It's a tie right now, but you don't got to keep doing it if you don't want to. See? You don't have to keep going, bro. See, that fucked up, like. Yeah, that's crazy, like. Hey, that's off. That's off. Yeah, that's crazy. Oh, shit, I can't get it. Give him the ball. Why you ain't on me? Off. That's crazy. But look, you can do it, though. I can't think today, though. Probably not. It's cool. You don't got to go. It's crazy, right? Like. Man, fuck. Good thing this is a warm-up round. That's AI.
I can see.
That's AI. I can see. It's a miracle. That shit AI, bro. 4. This shit AI. And how you gonna tell me? I know AI. I do that shit, like, for real. All the time. That's why. Cause you cheated. It was over 20 seconds over the. So basically, it was 2. Cause that was 20 seconds. Like, you cheated, bro. He got 4. I don't get no fuck. Redemption.
You want first?
Oh, this your turn, ain't it? All right, you do this. Oh, shit, hold on. You got to. I'm gonna do the collecting. The darker it get, the harder this shit gonna get. Hang on. That's you? Get that.
Hey, Tom, pick on your bag, bro.
I'm just gonna throw that shit. He in. You be your own people.
Oh my God.
Huh. Nah, you can see, remember it was me, you niggas was laughing.
Hell no. I'm going to see the net.
Yo, shit.
I ain't letting white things, bro.
Huh? Where his time at, bro? It's 2 minutes right now. It's you. Hit 1, bro. Hit 1. Damn. You an old lady.
Oh my God.
Old lady. All right. Man, no, I gotta redeem that. They do it.
You should have did this before the workout.
Before the workout.
Before the workout.
Shit, nigga, get the top off. All right. You ready? You got me.
It's on you. I got that.
Damn, bro, this shit releasing so ugly, bro. Ah. Man, stop touching me, bro. Move. Yeah. All right, let's do it. Stop playing with me. That one.
No, it ain't.
It go in?
No, it ain't.
Hell no, not
You
quick.
care about this shit.
You ain't hear that net sound and shit?
Yeah, I heard the neck, bro.
Man, you ain't gonna play, bro. Start over. No, fuck this. How much time I got?
40 seconds, bro.
All right, that's in there, bro. Come on, bro. Give me the ball, bro.
Right here, bro.
I don't care, bro. I don't care what you had.
Yeah, bro.
Man, damn. All right, I got 1.
I don't know what the other ball.
2 plus 1 plus the other one I did. So we tied.
I was having them up.
Nah. That's some straight cheese shit. Buzzer beater, let me hit it. It don't matter, I lost. I'm a sore loser. Not to go down. Fuck basketball. I bet y'all niggas want rap battle. Fuck y'all niggas.
Hey, bro, you always said you used to do this.
I did used to do it. Nigga Joni, I bet y'all niggas want rap battle. Nigga couldn't beat, like, all right, they beat me in basketball. Let battle right now.
Shit.
Oh, shit. That's why you said that. This shit leaning out the back. Can't see what I'm holding.
I said, I can't see, I didn't know it.
What is that? Oh, next door neighbor. All right, that was fun. We did our shit.
You win?
go. Hey, man. That's crazy. Your own people. What y'all got going on? I hear the bricks through the phone. Shut the hell up, G-Thing. You talking about he can hear the bricks through the phone. Nigga, that's the concrete. Where was you at when I heard the net? He didn't talk about I missed. They playing on my site. You missed that one. I heard the net, but you still missed. Like, you see how that feel? Who the fuck hit under the net, bro? I didn't do that. You lying. That's count. See, that don't make the same sound. It don't say, see, that say, that's not, bro, I've been playing basketball since I was little, bro. I know what sound like. So when is the next mission? It's happening right now. We're gearing up. Everybody who close enough been training. Shit, literally, we've been training. So, this shit finna go down. That's why you said, that's why G-Thing, that's why you spelled through wrong. So you bet you want to do a spelling bee, nigga. Bet none of y'all niggas don't want to compete in the spelling bee. Bet none of y'all niggas don't want to do no trivia off. I bet I got a high GPA than you niggas. Yeah, you do all that basketball stuff, but it ain't gonna do nothing for your soul.
What's your GPA?
My GPA was 3.9. And then I started giving a fuck because they started giving my awards away to other people in 10th grade. So I didn't give a fuck no more now. It probably dropped down like 3.0. I was still top 10 though, so it was like 3 point something. I still didn't give a fuck because like, why you giving my shit away? Oh, we want to encourage everybody else to do better. But they lost. They not better than me. Why is you?
They gave your awards where you like, man, fuck this shit.
Yeah. I told my homie I wanted to drop out. But
What grade you was at?
when I said I wanted to drop out,
Yeah.
it was summer of 10th grade, specifically. And through 11th grade, I was talking to her about it, but I was like, you know what? I can't drop out because if I don't get my diploma, if I don't graduate, they're going to try to rag on me when I get older and I'm teaching. They're going to be like, oh, he don't even get his diploma. He don't got his diploma. We shouldn't listen to him. That would have been the end of it. It's stupid, but I knew that. I knew better than to not graduate. So I did that little stupid shit. I graduated. But I ain't like, this shit was rigged. And then the valedictorians be dumb.
What the fuck is a valedictorian?
The valedictorian? The one who like get the most points.
Yeah.
The higher GPA, all that extra credit shit. But they be dumb. Cause like now they don't know nothing. I'm like, but you know you weren't retaining that stupid shit. They can't tell me the difference between a eukaryote, prokaryote. I don't remember all that stupid shit.
I don't.
I'm saying the valedictorians don't remember. I remember that shit. They don't remember that shit. Somatic cells and all that biology shit, AP statistics. They don't remember Sally and her apples. So it's a GPS, but it really don't. A GPA, but it don't mean nothing. That shit stand for good. Probably another time.
Damn.
That's what it stand for. Good, but probably another time though. Cause it don't mean nothing this time. Do they have No Child Left Behind? Yeah, they did. When I grew up, it was No Child Left Behind, Grant. I ain't like that either. I'm like, what you mean No Child Left Behind? I'm already done multiplication. They're like, no, you got to finish multiplication with everybody else. Slow down. They basically were telling us to slow down. GBPAT. Good, but probably another time. GPA stand for great progress, asshole. They know that shit didn't mean nothing. Great progress, asshole. And kicked us out. Told us, all right, now go flip burgers. Go flip burgers. We learned all this shit to be working at the damn UPS. What the fuck? What the hell is this stupid shit, man? Teaching us about paleontology and shit. Niggas digging up dinosaur bones. We ain't seen no damn dinosaur bones. Niggas ain't never seen no dinosaur bones. the fuck we need to know that shit for? Who is Putin cousin? Like, what the fuck? I ain't never gonna meet these people. You can teach me how to survive, get some credit, open up a line. Talk about that. Y'all about ready?
Nah, I just knew you were going.
Ask for it later, probably, yep.
Yeah, that one.
How many of y'all seen that David movie? The new David movie they came out with. It got dark quick. But we gotta head in. All right, Saru, let's do it. We been saying your name wrong my whole life, you know that? You supposed to have a roll in your arm. Saru. Loading it up right now? Yeah. It's all right. It's all right. You just got to know. You got to know why it's coming out. You know what I'm saying? When you listen to it and look at it and watch it and peep the colors and all that, certain things people going to miss. Like, you're going to see somebody with a staff in the middle of the desert, but you ain't going to know they carrying the letter of Lamed, which is the Hebrew or Ivrit, Abar equivalent or equivocal for El, like the lamb in Arabic. So certain things people going to miss. Even when they,
You just going back to the room?
I don't know why I'm doing that right now. Oh, you said D going back to the room?
Yeah.
He walking around with 45s. It's crazy. Yeah, you can walk them upstairs. Carry like their grocery bags. These niggas gonna have a problem fucking with y'all. This nigga walked up to me with some 45s and said, where you put these at? Juggling them. Shit. They ain't gonna want it with this army, I promise. They gonna be like, hey, can you move your car? He be like, I ain't moving my shit. Next thing you know, she gonna be moving. You see the pitchfork in the beginning? Which pitchfork? You must be talking about them, they call them Amalekites. They must be talking about Molech in them. It was about the music. David and Goliath was able to fight and beat Goliath. That's why I say any nigga trying to claim that they David in a David and Goliath story, nigga, why ain't no giants falling when y'all niggas moving? Y'all niggas ain't knocking down shit. David knocked shit down. You know what I'm saying? All praises to the Most High. That movie was hard. He was singing a lot, though. He sang everywhere he went. One time the nigga was singing, the nigga just knocked his ass out. Like, bro, like, you think this High School Musical? He just knocked his ass out. Hung him up. But, I mean, when you know the story, though, I would advise y'all to read David's story. You know what I mean? Look into it and research it. When you know the story, it make more sense. Yeah. Hey, man, let me tell y'all something. Exercise need to be the new, like, bro, that shit it gets you high. But it don't get you high to the point where you compromising and losing and deteriorating. So I would prescribe exercise to anybody that's, like, going through anything. Just work out. Even when you don't want to. Just work out. You can do push-ups, you can run in place, lift weight. Bro, work out. Because it's going to work out. That shit is like medicine. I was feeling a whole different way. Slowed up earlier. And I just started working out. And now I just feel invincible. Like, you would think, oh, I'm tired. I don't feel tired. I feel like I'm ready to go do some shit. You know what I'm saying? Figure out what I'm going to do. Yep. gym, then sauna, how I get my mind right. I ain't never did a sauna. I heard about it, though, but I ain't never did a sauna. We from the hood. It be hot already. Shit, nigga in the hood, they should be hot already. I ain't never heard of going to go be somewhere where it's hot at. Nigga, ain't no AC already. Run with the tire, do backflip. Exactly. Do something. Train, though. Brothers, you never know when some shit gonna go down. Last thing you want to be in is a situation where you can't perform. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking to all the brothers. So if you ain't doing your push-ups, I mean, you ain't lifting, you ain't doing something, you ain't doing your cardio, you lacking. You never know when it's going to go down. I had a situation with one of my brothers. I had to get on his ass, one of my biological brothers. Just a family shit. It wasn't nothing too serious. I had to come from where I was at, go to the house, get on him, locked his ass in the laundry room, and we in there. We don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't put my fist to my brothers. But we in there tussling, literally just tussling the whole time. We was in there for about an hour and 30. And, you know, he bigger than me. My brother's bigger than me. I don't know, they probably got a different gene, because I ain't get that tall, big shit. I'm big enough, goddammit. Yeah, that nigga's bigger than me, but he couldn't do shit. After a while, he just got tired. I said, you gonna apologize? Yeah, I'm supposed to apologize to my mama. He just got tired. Eventually, he was like, all right, I apologize. We was in there for an hour 30. Then I let him out. He was popping shit when I let him out, but he was too tired. He didn't want to do it again. I noticed this time he was popping shit walking in the opposite direction. So you can pop a shit in retreat formation. That's when I say to the nigga he was training. I think he got the message. That's time I see that nigga he was training. You never know what you're training for. I literally had to tell his ass, I said, you don't understand. I said, I could do this for another 9 hours. Because I had been doing, like, cardio, extensive cardio for, like, 2 months in a row. Shit, nigga. I wasn't getting tired. And I got asthma. And I was not tired. And I was doing strength training, so, like, and he bigger than me. It didn't mean nothing. Every time he thought he figured it out, and I get on the other side of him, I said, see what you just did? You just wasted energy. Now I'm finna get on this side and you move. All right, now you ain't going nowhere till you apologize. And we just in there, locked up. Somebody in the full Nelson, somebody else in the full Nelson. We in the laundry room, nigga trying to use the washcloth or the wash machine to his advantage. Strategizing, didn't work. You gotta know, when are you training? You never know when you're gonna need your strength. You need your cardio. Y'all niggas better get the training. You know what I'm saying? Nigga push up on you and you ain't able to deliver. How you gonna explain that? Don't let you be with your girl. Babe, get him. Babe, get him. Hit him. I grabbed him. You don't never want to be in no situation where you got to tell your girl to grab something when you get your ass whooped. There's no way to do it. It don't matter what it is. You can tell her to grab the keys and get to safety. You can't tell your girl to grab nothing, bro. You can't tell her to grab the phone. So when you say grab, the respect level is over, boy. Shit, nigga, if you in a situation where you know your ass ain't trained, you don't get into no shit, because you might fuck around. All you gotta take is one slip. That's all they gonna remember for life. You just slip. Nigga, supposed to... Babe, grab my coat. Grab my bag. Grab an employee. Grab his hair. Grab. You can't say grab nothing, bro. As soon as you say grab, it over with for life. Grab his leg. Bite him. Y'all nigga be training, man. Be training. Shit, this is a nigga that 7th grader did cat wheel. All cat would think about, well, damn, I should have been training. I should have been training. This nigga is 7th grade, 7 foot, 7'7". And somehow I was still in an unlucky predicament. Say, nigga, do you want to arm wrestle? Are you arm wrestling me, nigga? Hey, man, I know that nigga. First thing part of him I would do, like, I should have been training, nigga. Y'all niggas better get to training. I'm trying to tell you something. You better listen to me when I'm joking. Y'all niggas know how it go. See them blue lights? Some of y'all don't know how that go. See the blue lights, you got to get the fuck on. And then you start getting the fuck on, and all of a sudden your lungs pick that moment in time to get dry and ashy. The one time you need to run. All rest of the year, 365 days. You Jesse Owens. Soon as it's time to run, January 1st, you ashy in your lungs. You know what I'm talking about. That shit get hot and ashy. Everything you breathe in don't make no sense. Shit, let me just hide. Think niggas be wanting to hide from the police. They don't want to hide. Niggas want to run, but niggas don't train. And it's easy sitting on the couch when you watching Bad Boy. You like, nigga, jump the fence. He tried. He would have. Don't you think he would have? In his mind, as he was approaching the fence, that bitch was jumped. It was over with. But when he got to it, the fence was like, what we doing? Niggas put the little foot in the groove. Help me. This your shit. You got yourself into this. I don't do this. You supposed to jump me, nigga. I don't jump you. Niggas better train. It's that time. Racing yard coworkers. Nah, coworkers ain't fast enough. They don't even sound fast. What coworker you know is fast? Coworkers just sound like they just run a moderate mile. They run a moderate mile, nigga. They jog till they cartographs and shit. They run a moderate mile, nigga. When the fuck you seen fast coworkers ever? Coworkers be the slowest niggas ever. You don't ever pick no coworkers to run some shit for you, except some errands. And that's their speed limit. How fast you go, errands? You need something? I don't need nothing. Shit, nigga. They run a moderate mile. Bro, why is something wrong with me? They gonna take my shit. Man, I ain't got away with a lit blunt. Niggas gotta want it. You got to with a blunt though? Nah, you supposed to be your ass up in a glass some motherfucking way. That's some statue shit. Nigga got away in the blunt still lit, nigga. Nigga don't hit the asthma point, he hit the blunt. Fuck them niggas. Shit, nigga. Shit, nigga, I was in summer here. They used to have to train police officers. We had a police officer, I can't remember his name, but that nigga ran like a track star. They knew if he pulled you over, over with. Because he made a name for himself chasing niggas down. They had to train niggas to run after niggas. But when niggas ain't training, you don't got to train niggas. Niggas start coming to their senses. Freeze! I bet. These ain't the same days no motherfucking more. Boys in Blue used to know what to do. Boys in Blue, you know what to do. That was law. They say freeze, and they already be frozen. Anything else you want me to do? These degrees low enough? Y'all niggas better be training. Better pay attention when I'm joking. Y'all niggas better train. We had a few like that. Yeah. Wasn't no police officer chasing me or catching me. They were fast, but I had a few fast ones in the car. They were fast. But the only thing about it was I did parkour. So it's like I had many moments where the police, hypothetically, I had many moments where the police were like the Neo movie, like the Matrix movie, impossible. You gonna watch a nigga scale a wall and get on top of a building and then keep going? That was me at 12. It ain't impossible shit. I hung around a whole bunch of parkour runners and MMA fighters. So we did a whole lot of shit that it wasn't impossible, it just wasn't regular. We were training. Why shouldn't you eat meat? I don't know how to respond to this, nigga. Your shit say phase 1 clipped. I don't know what to do. Because it's dead, that's why. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, for sure, though. But it is dead, though. It is dead. At the same time, though, is vegetables really alive? Like, think about what I'm asking you. Because as soon as you pluck some shit, that shit gone. If vegetables really alive, like, it's like flowers. Like, you go outside, the flowers have a longer lifespan when you don't fuck with them. But as soon as you pluck that flower, ain't that bitch dead too, though? They out there eating flowers, like, eat life. Like, nigga, that shit dead too, then the motherfucker. All this shit dead. As soon as you start eating it, that's what death mean. Like, you consumed it. The energy gets transferred. Like, nigga, that shit ain't alive either. But it's better living. It's better living than eating meat, I'll tell you that. And vegetables and shit. You know what I mean? I wouldn't encourage nobody to eat meat. Or fish. None of that. Salmon, none of that. Phase, you funny. Hey, look, I'm telling you the truth. It's a coating. Yeah, that shit fuck you up. You don't really know until you start changing. When you start fasting, here's what you do. Don't believe me. Start January 1st, right? Start doing fast, like 3 days, no food, and just drink water and honey. And then you eat for like a day or two, and you go back to 3 days. Do that for like 3 months. Don't eat meat. You know, you eat your fruits, you eat your vegetables. You could probably still do your grain if you get enough. You know, cut the cheese out. Just do that for 3 months. And you're going to look at yourself and be like, who am I? You ain't going to notice it until you do it. Because I didn't really notice it with my being until I stopped eating it. I'm like, yeah, that shit, like, you can't really explain it to people who still eat meat. I was talking mad shit. I was cussing the vegan community out. I feel bad a little bit. They weren't doing shit but trying to help us. They be getting on your nerves, though. They really do get on your nerves. So only about 9% of them is listen-toable. But 9%, I think they were really just trying to help niggas. So I'm talking all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Said, nigga, you can't tell me shit. I still eat meat, so what? Nigga, I can astral project. And I could do all that stuff. But my being, when I stopped eating that shit, I think it saved my genetics. That's just me talking to y'all straight up. I think if I was still eating meat, I wouldn't make it. I wouldn't have made it. I think it suppressed this genetic activation. Ooh, where'd that come from? I don't know. There you go. I think eating meat might suppress genetic activation. There I said it, and I didn't read that nowhere. I just fucking heard it just now. I think it might suppress genetic activation. I think it causes your eyes to like be dark. I think it weighs you down, and I think it makes you like emotionally unstable. And I think at certain amounts of consumption, it turns you demonic. Now, that's just what I'm observing. I'm not saying that if you eat chicken, you're a demon. So don't misconstrue what I'm saying. I think that the excess weight, though, and all that stuff that people are consuming with it, and the fact that it's dead, I think it does fuck with your etheric field. Because I attempted to eat salmon because I read in the doctrine that it was speaking about you could eat the salmon or seafood. It was the best way to go for something. It must have been an old piece of the doctrine, though, because I read something else in the doctrine that was like, nigga, don't eat shit that bleed. I'm like, which one is it? I had to look into the chronicling to see maybe one part was the older part, and maybe he was updating it. But Malachi Ben told everybody to stop eating meat. I know that because he was telling everybody to save their genes in a different way, though. So I attempted it because I read that in there. I was like, okay, let me see what happens if I do salmon. I tried. I'm like, okay, this is good. And I said, I'm going to do it a little while and see if it has any negative or adverse effects. If it didn't have any adverse effects, I would have recommended it to everybody who walking with me. Shit. After a while, I remember I walked into the restroom and looked in the mirror. And under my eyes, I just saw darkness. And I didn't see that before I was eating salmon. I'm like, why my shit look dark? And every time I ate it, it's like it tasted good. My body felt filled up. But there was another part of me that felt betrayed. And I didn't understand it because it wasn't that loud yet. Man, how long ago was it? Probably a month ago. I can't remember. That was the last time, though. Because I tried to eat this shit. That shit jerked my stomach, locked my stomach up. I had to leave the theater. I threw up in the trash can, came back, finished the last one, because I had 2 of them. But before I finished it, I saw a dead body. So I'm not doing that shit. So I would tell y'all, if you walking with me and you understand that I'm one of the elect, I don't even got to explain that. I'm not waiting on nobody to confirm it. What I go through, I know some of y'all going through. So if I encounter something, I'll tell you about it. So you either don't got to go through it, you know what I'm saying? Or if you go through it, you'll know what to do. Stay away from meat. Stay away from the meat. If you want to pick a time to stop eating meat, January 1st is perfect. Because I did 2024, January 1st, and I've been good. Soon as January 1st, 2024 came, I stopped eating meat. They're lying to y'all when they say you can't make changes on the 1st. These people are, they boggly brained. You ever heard of that? That's what they are. I just made that up. So they just got here. They boggly brained. All that you can't make changes. You can't plant seeds on January. January, not the new year. It's the spring. Them niggas still doing the same shit they was doing 5-10 years ago. They've been planting. It ain't shit changing their community. So listen, it's a perfect time because there's so much energy focused on newness and change. Janus, I think literally Janus means change. So they don't even understand it on the linguistic level. So many people are, will you fact check that for me? If you got your phone, see a Janus mean change. I think Janus do mean change in Greek. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, I ain't want to tell y'all nothing wrong. I know in Nuwapic, it means sex, which makes sense to me because that causes for explosions. And I explain people, you know what I mean? That back in like 2021, 2022, when I was telling people how the planet goes through planetary orgasm on the mental plane every new year, every January 1st. So, yeah, somebody fact check that for me, though. But I think Janus means change. Either way, January is speaking about a change and a turning point. And you know how many people going to activate at 12 a.m.? Like, that's not nothing to be wasted. So when 2024, as soon as January 1st hit, meat, I ain't want it no more. I don't want meat. Like, I never had, since January 1st of 2024, I never had like, man, I want me some chicken. I can't even, like, to think about it, it make me feel greasy inside. Not queasy. Greasy. You said it right? Okay, it's all right. Huh? God of beginnings? What's the etymology of Janus?
Doorways and transition.
Transition, change. That's the etymology?
The etymology of January is Janus in English. And Lanuary and Old English and Latin come from Januarius mensis.
So basically new beginning or transition or change, yeah. The end of something, beginning of something, yep. So all y'all who want to cut out for all y'all who want to cut out meat, January 1st is a great time to start. Don't listen to the people that don't know what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to tell you no lie. They don't know what they're talking about. I start eating meat. And it does change you. So what I would tell y'all to do is don't really compare yourself to people. Because if you try to compare yourself to their transformation, then like you'll feel like you left behind or you ain't figured certain things out. Your transformation you're only gonna be able to transform based on your frame. You see? So how you look when you consume meat, it'll be different when someone else consumes meat. You see, what happens to you when you eating and heavy and you're not exercising, stuff like that, and you're not fasting, something else happened to you than what happened to another person. Somebody probably be able to eat heavy their whole life and their metabolism is off the charts. They'll never get fat or heavy, but they may be experiencing deterioration of the genes internally. You see, because certain things you consume, everything you consume, by the way, go look at what I'm telling you. I'm not selling you nothing spooky. Everything you consume alters your genes. That'll make y'all really start thinking about what we've been eating. Every time you eat something, the genes have to express a different way. They're like, well, all right, what he just said? Okay, he said beef. All right, let's write this out. Transcribe that. Express it as this and regulate that. What he ate? Okay, he ate some yogurt. Okay, that's dairy. Let's get some lactose in here. Where polymerase at? Polymerase, okay. You attach this, rewrite that. Okay, cool. Oh, he not eating that no more. Okay, take whatever we needed for the lactose out. We don't need that no more. Let's transcribe in a different way. So genetic expression and genetic regulation is a real thing. And every time you eat some shit, it changes. You see? So when you're not eating, it's like you're able to like bring yourself closer to what your origin is, like who you really are and what you're attempting to express. You see, that's why when you fast, it's like you age backwards. They don't want to tell people this shit. They always trying to give somebody a warning. Don't fast, you could die. Okay, explain that. Explain that they need electrolytes and water. Nobody said just do a dry fast for 40 days because all y'all ain't built for that. Now, if you Jesus, it's different, bro. How many people is actually Jesus? Jesus was able to go for 40 days without food. There are some people here. Kevin Gates said he did 42 days. And I don't doubt it. I don't doubt he did 42 days because he stands still. You get him around a bunch of people, he know how to stand still. You see a little video like we was out there in the basketball, whatever the fuck, the basketball court shit. I'm like, this nigga the only one standing still. Everybody else is, he look at you like he's standing still. And I met him in person. I'm not talking about, like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know how I speak. I'm telling you the truth. I met him in person. And when he stood up, so he had to go through something. Because I ain't regular. How you going to stand up and there's 10,000 beings with you? Not even 10,000 beings. It was 10 legions is what I heard. That was 10 legions. So that would have been a legion of 6,000. 60,000 beings might have stood up with him. However many it was. He went by himself. And whoever them two niggas was, they didn't even exist. It was two niggas that was with him. And they ain't even exist. It's like, that's not his security. You know what I'm saying? I saw that straight through that. So, yeah, when you go through certain, like Moses, I think Moses had to do that shit. They ain't saying nothing about Moses having no buffet up on the mountain. He had to have no food. What the fuck is the mountain on the food? I mean, the food on the mountain. You know what I'm saying? So when you go through certain things like fasting, you transform. I think it has a lot to do with the genes. I'm figuring it out. I've been studying a lot of stuff and researching. So y'all know when I figure stuff out, I'm going to teach y'all. Like I started looking at Ivrit or Hebrew again. And I'm like, I ain't even going to say all this stuff because as soon as I start saying certain things, people run with it. And I want to make sure it's all the way developed for motherfucker. Run with the shit, make a point at it video, and then I fucked it up. Well, next thing you know, NLE Chopper came out as a Hebrew, and you don't even know what the fuck I meant. You know what I'm saying? So I'm tired of people running with this shit and not knowing where they're going. That'd be annoying. Like, at least have it, because once you don't, like, okay, when 21 Savage and them said, fuck the streets, the niggas didn't take it how they take it when I said it. You know what I'm saying? Because the way that I say it and the way I present it, niggas say that's some real shit. Because they feel my authenticity. I don't get street niggas clapping back at what the fuck I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Street niggas don't do that. Street niggas follow me and salute me and say, what you saying is real. But they know them niggas 21 Savage and Young Thug and them. They know them niggas weren't saying no real shit. And they know that it wasn't coming from no place of authenticity or no purity. They know it wasn't. So they ain't going to receive it that way. Now y'all trying to figure out like why niggas mad. Niggas upset about that fuck the street shit because a lot of them niggas who y'all see out here saying it, like talking about it, they looked up to them niggas not like rappers. So when you was in the communities or when you coming into the industry, this ain't the day and time where it's like MC Hammer, okay? Thug and them, we saw Thug ride through Cleveland Avenue, through the West End, in that little whatever color red shit he had. We could see them niggas. They was in the community. YSL and them was in the community with us. 4PF and them was in the community with us. These niggas don't stay off in Los Angeles outside Beverly Hills, some motherfucking where they right there next door. So when we seeing them niggas, they having to live up to the shit they putting out. They surrounding themselves by real killers. They paying niggas to do their dirty work. They paying for protection in the streets, meaning like, okay, you can get in touch with certain OGs, you check in with them, give them a bag, and put niggas on payroll to make sure that you got security. And if you want to get some shit shut down, you get some shit shut down. Niggas using their money to validate their street presence. So when a lot of the youth was finding them, we saw that validation of the street presence and thought it was real. We wasn't looking at it as entertainment. So when y'all be saying stuff like, oh, if you influenced to go kill, you stupid, because no murderer can influence me to kill shit. Well, let me address you how I can. You not no street nigga. Can y'all stop speaking on this shit? You not from the streets. Because if you think we saying music make you kill somebody, that's not what we saying. We saying the culture shifted from niggas talking about shit they were going through to now you gotta be on some drill shit, some pill shit. Drill and pill, that's what they dropped on us. It was a big ass spell. 21 Savage was used, especially in Atlanta, to push the drill shit. And Atlanta is the music mecca. So that reached over to everywhere else. And then the style started being picked up on. So they really try to act like Atlanta was imitating Chicago, when in all actuality, a lot of the swag and all that they got, the shit they were putting, how they address certain shit, the shit they say, that shit came from Atlanta. But then people like Dirk and them got involved with the Atlanta scene. Look at how I'm telling you how it happened. They got involved in the Atlanta scene. So the lingo from Chicago started sweeping over into Atlanta. Next thing you know, nigga talking about switches. We wasn't on that. We remember Glocks, because that was niggas effing in. That's some Atlanta shit. Choppers. That's some Atlanta shit. We ain't even call them by name. When niggas started saying Draco, ARP, all that shit, that's Chicago. Them niggas was the ones who, they named their guns, but they got all the guns. Like everybody knows, Chicago got all the shit that the military got. You see what I'm saying? They got them shits in shipments. So you got to ask, how did the city get it? Or how did Chicago get it? How Chi-Town get the shit that the military got? Because they dropped them guns off in the hood. If you don't know the politics, please be quiet. So when the young niggas is growing up, listening to these niggas, they like, nigga, you not official till you catch you a hat. So here go your suburban ass waiting outside for a hat to fall. That's not what the fuck that shit mean, nigga. Like, they was being told culturally, because these niggas is tied to these niggas. O-Block, them niggas tied to a bunch of other niggas. And now the wars is real, and the music is reflecting real war. You ain't talking about no rapper come out so I'm gonna kill you, shoot you, fuck you up, da-da-da-da-da-da, and snip and tuck. But we not LL Cool J. So when niggas said it was smoke, don't come down over here, don't come over here, and if you not from this, and da-da-da-da, woo-woo. Niggas weren't, like, they was talking about wars that was actually happening. Same thing in Atlanta. The wars that them niggas, like them, when Thug and them were rapping about getting niggas killed, and Baby and them was bragging about the shit they did, and shit that was going on, that was real life. Especially YSL in them. So what people don't understand, the YSL that you saw on trial is not YSL. I repeat, the YSL that you saw on trial is not YSL. That's called damage control. Okay? That's some very powerful lawyers and some niggas with a lot of money. But that's not YSL. YSL was like 30% of Atlanta. All the slime was like 30% of Metro Atlanta. All that zone, it don't matter. Even Summer Hill was flooded with them niggas. YFN was more like a music group. Okay, what YSL looked like on trial, that's YFN. YFN small. They a few niggas who we knew. Oh, them niggas YFN. Young fly niggas, nobody really saw them niggas as no threat. You heard about some shit that they got into, but the big shit came when Thug got big with Birdman. He locked in with them blood niggas. Then he merged it with them Crip niggas. And all them niggas started talking about they was slime. That shit took over. We had Glock. I'm telling y'all all the politics. I'm like, they not understanding. This was our community. We didn't turn on TV and say, all right, what to do? This was our community. So we walked outside, we seen the shit. Fuck is you talking about? Then you had GF, or them niggas taking out the Italians. You had the Goodfellas. You had the mob. You got some of the niggas ain't really gangs. Some of you niggas really was music groups, but because the culture was saying, nigga, what y'all on? You had to start getting active about shit and getting into shit. But some of the niggas didn't start off as no gangs. Everybody know YSL was a gang. They lied. But they gotta lie, because niggas not trying to do time, and I understand how this shit go. But nigga, YSL is one of the biggest gangs. Everybody knew that. And it was niggas that was being put on YSL, they wasn't around Thug and them. It was niggas running around talking about they was slime wiping their nose, never seen Thug, never met Thug. So that shit blew up. And then it just went crazy. Then you had the 4K Trey wave, and them niggas was fucking delusional, and they were young. So you have a lot of people with energy. Remember NBA Youngboy, you got dropped on us too. You got a lot of young people with energy. They being told in the raps to drill and kill. They seeing it out in their community. Niggas walk around with them guns. You know what I'm saying? Niggas going to commit murders. They seeing it in their community. So these young niggas, this is how you know they don't know what they talking about. Y'all got a whole Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook wave of people talking about YNs. Right? You don't know who birthed the young niggas. You don't know how they got there. YNs didn't just pop up out of nowhere. These were the 5, 6, 7-year-olds that was watching us and watching Thug and them and watching 21 Savage and all them. And then they grew up influenced by not the music, the culture of killing niggas. Everybody got guns. Everybody going on drills. Then the ski masks got real big. Don't forget the bulletproof vest was real big for a little while. So niggas was walking around paranoid. So what are you talking about? So when the street niggas is talking, this is y'all problem. Y'all don't want to hear the hood talk. Y'all don't want to hear the streets talk. They'll tell you what's going on. We'll say what's happening. Oh, man, y'all, a lot of niggas died because of y'all. A lot of niggas in jail. And y'all like, man, y'all stupid. How you dying and going to jail just because some rap and some entertainment? No. You don't remember the blogs? You remember DJ Academics? Academics got a lot of blood on his hand. You see what I'm saying? And everybody got to pay for what they got to pay for. Academics got a lot of blood on his hands because I don't know if he on payroll or not, but he was posting a lot of shit that egged on shit that turned into wars where y'all might have saw somebody like Von die, or you might have seen Pop die, or you might have seen, you know what I'm saying, like Quando and Running the folks, they'll get hit up. But you don't see the 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 soldiers that's attached to these generals. A general don't fall without repercussions. So you'll hear about the famous ones that done died. And then you see these young niggas running around like, why y'all killing each other? They getting get back for some shit that done happened at a high level. And they're dying. Man, that shit made me sick to my stomach. Like, how y'all don't hear when the streets be talking? Talking about y'all for the people. They'll tell you what's going on. Niggas really were dying because of 21 Savage in them. Niggas were really dying. Young people were really dying because of Thug in them. When I wrote the letter to 21 Savage, I said, the Red Ops turned my partner to drillers. I was 16 when that dropped on my village. When I say you and Thugger had the hood on the business, that shit really hurt us. The city need healing. Remember that? This 2024. Now they want to come out and say it. But y'all niggas really fucked our city up. We weren't on that. We had gangsters. It's always been gangsters. Since before we started calling it that. But we weren't on that. That was worse than when that gang shit hit our community. Because Atlanta wasn't on the gang shit either. It was zones. And it was more on some flexing shit. And you knew not to step on certain places you weren't supposed to be at. Because that was niggas had their territory. Animalistic, but it makes sense if you're from there. You see? So that shit really fucked us up. And the young niggas was running around in wars they didn't have nothing to do with. You listen to my Fly High song, I explain all this shit. Got the young niggas on death row, finna blackout, trying to be like you with a 40 Glock, going 38 crate. They trying to be, they trying to be 38 babies too. Baby assassinate two with a two. They ain't already beat, they got through in the stoop. And the too many youth that we losing with the shooters, the music influence. Somebody explain to me something. I was explaining that whole shit. Like, we were talking about Black Lives Matter, all that. But nobody was focusing on the wars that was going on. They didn't care. So when I say nigga 2 years old and inherited beef, I'm talking about for real. Niggas is growing up, being taught these niggas on this side or that side of the city or these people that run with these people, these is ops. So you listening to the music, they telling you what to do, who to hit, da-da-da-da, fuck them niggas, fuck that side of this, da-da-da-da. And that's, you know, niggas growing up. Now they listening to Youngboy, they amped up. They got the culture associated with Youngboy. And then it's NLE Chopper shit ain't making it no better because he is he doing the devil work. NBA Youngboy wasn't on none of that shit. He still make bullshit music every now and again. Right? However, he started amending shit, saying he want to help. He's sending money over here to do this, da-da-da-da. Okay, this nigga was 16 when they grabbed him. He was in the foster homes. He had a fucked up beginning. Okay? I wrote that in the letter to Youngboy. I got off him when I started seeing him atone to what his role in this shit was when he did that interview with Billboard and was saying he want to atone to it. He want to make it better. He don't know how, but he going to start. He know it ain't going to be easy, but he want to help. I said, okay, I'm going to stop fucking with NBA Youngboy because he wants to do better. I'm seeing that, and I'm looking in this nigga's soul, and really he just want his grandmama. Like, people don't understand. So when I see this person, NLE Chopper coming out of y'all like, why wouldn't you side with NLE? Because it's not about just bashing a nigga. It's about getting some shit straight. And once some straightening arrive, bro, it's like, we already, okay, we got a situation. We got to put a nigga through smoke or these niggas got to fight. Say it like that. These people got to fight, whatever it is, because it's some violation shit. Might be referred to as VL for some of y'all. Some violation shit that went down, whatever. And they got to get disciplined, DP, whatever you want to call it. I don't like calling shit DP because that shit sound pause. We finna DP you. I don't like how that sound. So they got to get some discipline. All right. So let's say some nigga that got some discipline. They wrapped it up. They dapped it up. Then it's over with. Then here come these niggas. After the nigga walking off, he done already got some discipline, and you just jumped on him. Like, who the fuck is y'all? Oh, no, we you know what I mean? We with you. No, the fuck you not. We already disciplined him. You see what I'm saying? He already good. He done already got right. So you jumping on this nigga. Who the fuck is you? Oh, I'm with this, that, and the third, that, and what about? And that's, you know, you trying to start a war, and we done already shut that down. You see? So now, NLE Choppa not doing God work. He doing the devil work. How can you tell? Because he all on some trying to be Tupac, hanging out the window. I went and got my gun, da-da-da-da. But you didn't kill nothing for one. Stop it. Secondly, it can go down. But it didn't go down. So you selling an illusion that niggas gonna feed into. It's like you trying to get niggas trapped up. You got to be working with Shaitan and them. You got to be working with the feds. You have to be. That's Agent Smith behavior. Because what you pulling a gun for, that's never been no brag. I went and got my gun, and it didn't blaze. It didn't blaze. So who's sending you to do that? Who's sending you to fuck with NBA Youngboy and them camp? That's how I got to see this shit. Because Youngboy becoming like the biggest rapper. They know that. They seeing it. So who's sending you to fuck with his camp? To try to take him down, because they already had him locked up for some prescription shit, all this other shit. Who's sending you to fuck with this nigga camp? It's almost as if they doing that just in case Youngboy, you know what I'm saying, decide he want to start switching this shit up. It's like they want to fuck with him. So it bring that evil shit back out, and Youngboy responding, and that energy there, and then them other niggas around NBA gonna get active, and it's like, why are you doing this? You saying that's op behavior, because we already got certain shit handled. And then the nigga come out and do a little dance, somebody it's for God. So pulling your gun, somebody you gonna kill him is for God too. You gonna shoot Ben 10 in them, all that's for the Most High. You are of your father, the devil. The lust of your father you will do. He's a murderer. He been a murderer from the beginning. Why the nigga talking about he want to kill niggas then, or it can go down and shoot out? What the fuck is you talking about? You know what I mean? All the while protecting yourself from that shit. Hiding behind other niggas that's gonna do it. But you ain't do shit but lean out the window. You see, that's what I'm explaining. It's people that's like that blow up the spot, and y'all be like, why I don't support that? Because it's goofy shit. That's goofy. I could tell NLE are goofy. No matter what you think you do. Oh, ain't nobody play with me. Bro, anybody can run out and grab a gun from a car and say it can go down. But you pulled off. It didn't go down. So y'all feeding into this illusionary gangster shit, but you niggas not really gangsters. What the fuck? The mob would have never did that. You niggas not the mob. Y'all not really gangsters. Like Pop said, he said, those guys really think they're gangsters. You not really gangsters, because if it really would have went down, it would have went down. And there's such thing as it can go down. It can go. You doing too much talking already. You ain't seen shit. Ain't no way you seen shit. I tell you, if I'm in a situation like that, and people have been around me, if some drama pop off, as a general, I make a decision, it can't go down. And I just walk away. It's simple. All that extra shit you think you got to prove, you ain't seen shit. I know you ain't seen shit. Because remember, it can pop off and then people around you get hit. Now you got to deal with that because you was trying to make a statement that you hard and you gangster and it can go down. Okay, it can. And it does. So then somebody around you get hit. Or you got your folks with you, your mama with you, whoever. And somebody, or your babies with you. This shit done really happened. It done went down and the nigga who was the main one didn't get hit. You gotta, you ain't seen nothing if you trying to prove something everywhere the fuck you go. Or trying to prove you hard. That be the shit. I'm like, and niggas smell that. Y'all have to understand, the streets fuck with me. I done said everything under the sun about Atlanta, the streets, all that. It's only these bitch ass rappers who got a problem with me. If I'm such a problem to Atlanta, then why Rollo fuck with me? If I'm such a problem to Atlanta, why Derez and Sean fuck with me? Why we get on the phone, we can talk. And we talking about real shit that's going on. If I'm such a problem to Atlanta, why TTG Fred? Because all these is real niggas. It's these hoes. They got a problem. Man, don't say his name. It's the hoes that got a problem. The niggas who, they can look and say, oh, nah, he cut. He just not cut how you cut. Like, it's just some people cut from what's referred to as different cloths. So when I walk on the scene, it's not about this. It's about, I need to leave this area because you don't know who you're dealing with. That's what I grew up around, and that's how I was raised. So ain't no, it can go down. It will go down. Situation. A car in front of us, a car behind us, we all together. Hypothetically. We pulled up to somebody's house. Hypothetically. Because there's some business that need to be handled. Hypothetically. We in a car where it's a mama driving. She got the car seat in the back. It's a baby in the seat. And it's another baby in the seat next to it. So I'm in the back seat. Now, did I know we was riding and go handle some business? No. Hypothetically. I didn't know that. But that's the thing. It can go down. And it will go down. It can go down. Okay, that don't look like you driving on. What do you mean it can go down? You don't, these niggas be the entertainment, but they be doing that shit like they be sent to do that shit, to see certain seeds, to get people on bullshit or demon time again. That's why I tell you, watch out for these motherfuckers. They not really with the Most High. They lie. You see, and you can watch them because you will know them by their what? Their works. You see? So watch. Car in front, car behind. We handling some business, nothing too serious. Hypothetically, okay, so I saw the gravity of the situation. Somebody getting pressed, all that. Okay, I understand. And in certain situations, you gotta really understand how to keep calm, because when you get anxious, that can cause shit to happen too. How many people know what I'm talking about? You could be in a situation, and if you're not familiar with what's moving and know how, that's going on. Okay, it's happening. It's going on. You get anxious, and then niggas around you, they'll sense that, and that could cause some shit to fuck up. So I didn't know we were going to go handle them. I heard niggas talking, but I didn't know that's what we was on. Either way, we got on that. And all right, so I'm in it, so I'm on that. So we get out the car, hypothetically. We standing there. Don't worry, it ain't going to end messy. For all y'all who holding y'all breath, that's why I was there. All right, so we get out, we standing on them. And then somebody else, it was two houses. So somebody getting pressed in the yard, and then it was another mama in her house that came to the screen door. And she had somebody behind her that's supposed to be coming out to respond on behalf of the nigga getting pressed in the yard, hypothetically. All this hypothetical. I just be making up stuff. Right? So the mama came to the screen door, and my peoples is, they own what they own. But the nigga behind the mama is talking shit. And niggas ain't going for it. Like, you got to come outside if you talking shit. But the mama is like, y'all, come on now. We got to work this out. Y'all go ahead and go home now. He going to be in here. But the dude recognized that mom was holding something in her hand. And he caught back, and he spoke to who we were with. He like, mom, hold it. He said, I'm finna let everything through the screen door. And he was for real. So I'm calm. But the sister who was driving and got the babies in the car, she panicking, right? And she frantic. She what? Y'all got to come on. But she can't go nowhere, because why? She got a car in front of her and a car behind her. She can't go nowhere. Her baby's in the car. You have to get out the car, but she don't even know you supposed to bend your ass out the car. You see? Because she don't know what's going on. She green. So she panicking. I got my babies, And you can't, when niggas get on business, you really can't do shit unless you who you are. So when I saw all this shit, I'm like, yeah. I started calculating who was finna. I saw everything. The blood, all that. I knew what was finna happen, and I knew I was gonna have to step back. I saw myself having to step back up off the car that I was on. But either way, when I saw the mama and I saw the babies, and I saw how she was panicking, and there wasn't gonna be no way for me to work around the panic, I looked at my peoples. I said, hey, let mom ride. Y'all pull out, let mom get out of here. Now, here's the science behind that. Mom is our ride. Whoever the baby mama lady was, she was our ride, who I came with, not the nigga who was in front of us and with they people, and niggas behind us with they people who was all our people. So I said, hey, let mom ride. I look right at the nigga. I say, let mom ride. So he told everybody, hey, let ride. Stop the whole situation. Well, she really stopped the whole situation because it was her panicking And I knew it ain't gonna get no better because this nigga's in the car that's feeding off that energy. So I said, hey, let Mom ride. And he looked at me. He know I ain't gonna make no call if it ain't the call to make. And we all got in the car and we rolled off. Nobody got hurt. Nothing happened. Nothing got messy. That's what I'm saying. If you ain't seen shit, you wouldn't even know why it was important to maneuver that way. So I think a lot of y'all are internet street people. And I think you mistake those who have the ability to articulate with the vernacular and the ability to purvey messages and put it out there for people to understand it, and they're woke and they have that outreach and they have the science under their belt and they're intellectuals. I think that you mistake that those were the ones that didn't get active. But you don't know what gangsters are. Gangsters were smart. They were never idiots. So that's all I'm going to say. Tupac was not stupid. You niggas could never be that. Y'all idiots. So you're not that. And then it's like, do you know, like some people walk, and if you disrespect them, if they look at somebody, when you disrespect them, it's already handled. And that's that, all that, y'all getting hit up with like murder for hire, all that, because you dumb. Why are you hiring somebody to murder? You want to know why you have to hire somebody to murder? Because you ain't did no work. You, what the fuck you need to pay niggas for? You ain't the nigga that's doing shit. You don't have no background to where it's like, you ain't never came home and threw up. So I know. So why is you hiring? What? All y'all niggas think like that's a flex. The truth is, it's not a flex. It show you don't got, they really fucking you over. Cause what you gotta pay niggas to do shit for? You gotta pay for security? I don't gotta pay for security. I got 90 niggas right now. We call it. And I ain't say 50. I said 90. I got 90 niggas right now. I know for sure. Hey, everybody, we meet up together. And nobody is securing one person. Nobody's security for one person. Everybody on go for each other. One another. Right now. 90 niggas all over the country. I tell them, yo, let's ride. We finna meet up. And not to go do no bullshit, but just because we gonna be somewhere. I can go anywhere in the city. Don't get it misconstrued. I'm just busy. What you niggas is not gangsters. You ain't gonna do shit with 90 niggas, let alone 3 of us. You see? So, yeah, I can, okay, let's all go. Everybody meet right here. You think everybody coming empty-handed? Or you think they coming equipped? So the point is, okay, I'm saying it without saying it. There's people that just, hey, hold on. Hey, what he said to you? The end. And then it'll be heard about. So y'all misrepresented the streets. Then you talking about the streets is dead. No, that bullshit that y'all called the streets is dead. That ain't the streets, nigga. That ain't never been the streets. All that. You told. Why are you telling who told? The fuck is you talking about? You told. No, you told on me. You told. Let me see your paperwork. Why are you pulling up paperwork in public? They don't got shit to do with civilians. You niggas is entertainer street niggas that got some money and got scared because life got good. Life got good and you don't want to lose that. Meek Mill, you ain't no street nigga. I know what street niggas look like. You a rapper nigga that made it out the streets. It's okay. That's fine. That's important too. We need that, don't we? Nigga, you went to, I was locked up in that cell. You were doing wheelies. It ain't the same shit. All in the cell, I was fucked up. It's fucked up in the cell. I understand that. I'm just saying, like, if I got locked up for willies, like, you know, get in there, stay in there. I'm not adding that in the music. Hard time to the door. Nigga, you good. You good for real. Me, you not no street nigga. Cause you let 6ix9ine press you. Then you were like, I don't want to go to jail. He tried to send me back to jail. Street niggas don't give a fuck about going to jail because they know that you can go. It can happen any day, any moment. Street niggas know they got enough shit. It's a street nigga right now that's selling houses, doing real estate. Now I ain't gonna keep giving these niggas no gang. Fuck these niggas. I ain't gonna keep telling these niggas what the fuck going on. It's a street nigga right now doing real estate. Sweating because he thinks some shit he did 14 years ago finna pop up any moment. He doing real estate. You will never know this nigga with no street nigga. He got one tattoo on his elbow. He cover it up. And that his mama name. You will never know he was no street nigga. I'm just telling you, like, come on, y'all. That shit TV. That nigga is sweating right now. He on his live, like, how he know? He scared some shit he did 14 years ago, nigga. Because anybody from the streets know the gears of justice turn slow. Stop playing. Niggas don't give a fuck. They like, nigga, I'll go to jail because I'm probably going to go any motherfucking way. They gon', you know what I mean? You get into some shit and you got to dig in. You got to dig in. It's just what it is. That's why street niggas stay away from the streets. The street niggas stay out the street. Y'all got it backwards. It's like the police pull up and they looking for niggas in the streets and you just out there in the middle. How you find me? Nigga, you in the street. The street niggas stay out the street because they already been in the street. Flunky don't make sense because you stupid. You know what I mean? You a flunky. I'm a flunky. Ain't you 30 to fuck 7? Still in class street? You still in street school, nigga? You 37. You supposed to been graduated, got you some shit out of it, and got the fuck on. Talking about you a flunky. Y'all niggas are flunkies. You see, that's the idiot who gonna go back to jail, not because he did some shit 40 years ago. He gonna go back to jail because he done. He still his ass standing there in the streets. There's niggas who still think trapping exists. They coming for you. Like, you see, so that's what I'm explaining, that when people try to figure out, I don't get it, why people, it's because you're not from it. And it don't take long for you to be from it. You could be in the streets for a year. You could be from the streets. Let's wrap that misconception up. You could be in the streets for a year. You could be from the streets. Another thing. Black people ain't the only niggas in the streets. So if you run into Bob who got a car dealership, you might be your ass thinking he not no street nigga because Bob got a car dealership. Street nigga don't mean lingo. Street nigga don't mean you sound like this because you slurred up because that part of the streets was on fucking drugs. So everybody wound up developing a tongue that sounds, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all niggas was on lean. That's that dumbass part of the streets that every time we hear y'all rapping, niggas like, I'm on lean, I'm fucking up my liver. I'm on lean, my brain don't work. I'm on lean, my toe fell off. I'm on lean, I broke my spleen. That was y'all niggas. No disrespect, because they fucked us up with that too. Dirty Sprite, all that. Made the shit sound delicious and tasty to children. You know what I'm saying? Get you some Jolly Ranchers. You wasn't around. Y'all remember the Jolly Ranchers? Get you the little pint. You wasn't around. Pint? You mean the chocolate milk? You know what I mean? Niggas in the middle of the classroom shaking that shit up. The teacher confused. Why would he want a flat soda? Hey, Ty, come on, Ty. Why would he want a flat soda? And they just go back to teaching. Oh, you guys can bring in drinks. Hey, buddy. Hey, bud, you didn't get enough sleep last night? Yes, the fuck he did. He drunk. You know what I'm saying? That shit, when them niggas rapping, I'm sipping on lean, I'm slowed up. Like, that's for real. So all the lingo, that don't mean street. Shut up, niggas. People that went to fucking North Atlanta with a 4.0, they more street than you. Streets was also the drug game. So a lot of y'all niggas were never a part of the drug game. Now, I myself, for the record, on the record, let the record show, was never a part of the drug game at all. I was offered to be a part of the drug game, but I didn't want to do that. You know what I mean? I didn't want to do that. I was offered, but I didn't want to get into it. So I was smart enough to take that shit over, but that wasn't my route. I didn't have that mission. But I know a lot of people, hypothetically, who were not just in the drug arena, they were lords. So, like, Lord ain't TV, by the way. A Lord don't wear a suit with briefcases with the money in it. That's TV. A Lord don't got a trap in the desert. That's TV. The Lord might trap in Magruder's store off in Summer Hill. Or the Lord might trap damn in the hotel, or in the laundromat, or in the corner store. And you walk in the corner store and you think that that's why the corner store is successful. You ever notice that a lot of times the corner store be full of shit and don't nobody even be in there? Because that's the corner store, not the corner store. Look at quarter zip niggas. Huh? Look at quarter zip niggas. He said the same thing twice. I reckon. I reckon that was a double on tongue today. It ain't the corner store, nigga. Man, never mind, man. So, you just don't know, like, oh, another thing. You see how niggas say, you ain't street? All these street niggas this, street nigga this, street nigga this, street nigga. You ain't from the street for real if you think it's just niggas. Shit. Them women were worse. The women were worse. I don't know how to explain it. The sisters the women were worse. I seen a lot of shit go down with the women. And the level of don't give a fuck that niggas have really don't match women. When niggas be like, I'm gonna get my sister for you, that not because he wanna abide by the principle. He can't do shit with her. He gotta get his sister. That level of ferociousness, he don't possess. When niggas fight, we fight. You ever seen niggas fight? Okay, you know a nigga might get beat up, he might get a little black eye, but most of the time niggas fight, it don't look like it. You ever notice that? Most of the time niggas get into it, punch, bunch. Somebody might get slammed. Brrr, ooh, everybody, you know what I'm saying? Right, don't fuck with him, blah, 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 da, da, da. It's over with. Might get you a scratch every now and again, a little bruise, but because you scraped your fucking hand on the concrete trying to get up off the ground while you were fighting niggas. Niggas fight. It's when them women, they pull up with the nail files. It's not TV. The razors under the tongue. That's not TV. And it's like, you saw the little cartoon shit. Remember the cartoon bunch thing? And you see the little fist go out. And the leg go out. Hey, let me go. That's the women, right? And then they get up. The woman went in, a Barbie doll. She came out kin. I mean, it's just reality. Came out stripped. Nothing on. You like, who this is? Who cousin? You was in the fight? Yeah, I mean, it's reality. You see weaves flying, and it's blood everywhere. Somebody done got stabbed, so call the ambulance. What they got stabbed with, we don't know. You never see them come up with it. It just appears. And that's reality. And that's not even the gunslingers. So my point is, I know some of this stuff might sound like glory. It's not, because you have to understand sometimes, like, you can't do nothing. You with me? That's the worst position to be in. Like, no matter how hard you are, you can't do nothing really during suppression fire. You know what I mean? When somebody, like, you can, but you really can't. Or the worst shit is like when somebody calling you and you on the other side of the city. If you ain't never got that call where it's like you on the other side of the city and some shit going down with one of your family or one of your people and you can't get to them. You see? So you got to be on the way the whole time. Don't hang up. Because you just making sure you can hear anything you need to hear, but you really can't do shit. Or all kind of stuff. My point is, the streets, when they heard 21 Savage and them saying, fuck the streets, all that, it left a bitter taste in their mouth. They would never look at them the same, like I predicted. We would never, we would never see the same. Well, damn, how I should go from Save Us? Damn, I might have to rap the whole song. God, we're talking about the newer generation. I'm talking about y'all who be talking about what's going on with the streets and why we stupid, all this other stuff. What I said, God, please save us from ourselves. All we wanted was a change and nothing else. Why? We felt the pain that everyone felt. It was my generation known it's a dangerous zone. What I say? They say that we wrong. And if we screaming for our health, then please save us from ourselves. It was something else I said, though. Oh, yeah, they broke out. There you go. Please save us from ourselves. They broke our heart and we will never feel the same for them again. They broke our heart and we will never feel the same for them. Street, love, pain. I need all nation to the front. Street, love, pain. Okay, that's what the streets is feeling. Y'all not understanding. Nigga like Honeycomb Brazy, he a street baby. Brazy is a street baby. Not like he was in the streets. That's a street baby. Meaning like the streets gave birth to them. You see? It's people that the streets pushed out. So all he know is that when he come out, 21 Savage is the doctor. You know what I mean? That's like, making sure his nose cleared. You see? Them other niggas like Big Banking them, we look at them, they're like OGs, like, oh, we heard about Banking them. We know what their history is. So the work that you put in the street sometimes give you a position, or the work that niggas say you put in. You see? So when niggas start seeing how the industry doing and how they like saying fuck the streets and really showing it in their actions, because Big Bank really doubled down with the fuck the street shit, how niggas was saying he wasn't fucking with it, but 21 Savage really one who popped that off, that fucked up the movement of what I was saying, which is why I tell people, don't try to copy my shit if you ain't got your soul, because it ain't gonna work. Man, Honeycomb like, nigga, I looked up to you. How you gonna tell me I can't come on the show? Same way Big Bank told 21 Savage, he told me I couldn't come on the show. He never told me that. You never said I couldn't come on the show. You niggas was giving me the address and everything. I said I wasn't coming because something didn't smell right. I told them niggas, let's do a virtual option. I got the text messages. So you a liar. But why? Because you got a cake drop for them niggas. You got to drop it low, girl. You got to. Because that's y'all, like, that's what you think is going to be your limelight entrance. So if you ain't twerking for 21 Savage and them, what the fuck, ain't nobody going to throw no money. That's the, oops. That's the reality. So that what you seeing, Honeycomb Brazy, that these niggas is hey, they got it, they own in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You know what I mean? They got to grab the pole. Because they don't think they're going to be able to, that's they big shit. When they see Thug, he know Thug some bullshit, but he got to bring them on. Because he trying to do some big shit. And he don't think his shit going to take off without dick riding them niggas. You see the reality? So all that, I told him, no, that's some dick riding shit. You just dick rolled. You didn't never tell me no. I would have respected if the nigga would have been like, I can't even let him come on the show. That's a whole nother thing then. I had to tell him, nah. No, you didn't. You a hoe. That's some hoe shit. Ain't shit you could say you did in the streets and ever make me look at you like a man again. I never look at these niggas like men. So when I say the streets was like, they broke our heart and we would never feel the same for them again, that's how they looking at it. They don't see it how y'all see it. They see it like, man, like, what the fuck? What you mean, fuck the street, nigga? We on business because y'all told us this what it is. And we saw them, like, what? 21, not 21 Savage, Slime Like Shawty. Y'all know I went to school, bro. Y'all know what we got going on. Boom. Slime Like Shawty said in one of his songs, he was like, I call these nigga OG, I low-key feel like a clown. Y'all have to understand. He not talking about some rap. Hey, y'all let me know y'all can hear me going on my phone finna die. But he not talking about no rapper that he looked up to, you see what I'm saying, and he went to the studio and like, I want to be like Thug. No, he was on Cleveland Avenue, or Cleveland, excuse me. He was on Cleveland Avenue, right? He was on Cleveland Avenue. All right, so then he looked up to Thug and them in real life. When he talking about stories, he talking about shit that really happened in real life. So when he say how they turned on him and how Thug dissed him in the song and all that, he like, damn, like, you see, like, he said, I call these niggas OGs. I looked up to them. I ended up in a situation because of these niggas. Da-da-da-da-da, whoop-de-whoop. You know what I mean? Truth be told, though, I told Slime Life, I don't think I ever spoke on this. I told Slime Life, what was this, 2022? I ain't never said this, so I'm just going to say what's on my heart. I'm going to say this. When I found out he got locked up, I got in touch with him. 3 years, I never spoke on this. I got in touch with him through his lady, who I call his wife. I don't do all that baby mama shit, nigga. If I fuck with you, you need to know that the lady you with is your wife. Because fuck the rest of these people out here. 99% of these women don't have your best interest at heart. So if you got somebody with you, I'm going to tell you that's your wife because you need to make that work. That's the reality. And if that don't work, then you need to focus on your mission. So I told him, that's your wife. So I got in touch with her. And that's a whole other thing because you cross a line when you start getting in touch with somebody, lady. If you ain't somebody that nigga already know you ain't on that tight timing, none of this shit would have moved. But everybody know how I am. And they know I wasn't on no move work and shit. So when I got in touch with, I ain't gonna say certain things because some of this stuff I did out of my heart and it's like, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to be on some, oh, I did this. So I spoke to her, I said, yo, how I'm gonna get in touch with Wonnie? How I'm gonna get in touch with Slime? Like, I said Wonnie though. And she gave me the information, I went through the Securus, nigga know who Securus is, Securus. So I went through the Securus, got in touch with him, and I started talking back and forth with him. He like, man, that's some real shit. You got in touch with me, whoop, whoop. And I'm telling her, I said, listen, what I say? I said, I said, you ain't gonna be gone long. I said, imagine when Poe to touch you. This is what I said to him. I said, imagine when he Poe to touch you. I said, so you ain't gonna be gone long. I said, before the end of the year, you're gonna be home. He was like, bet, I said, listen, and I told his wife the same thing. I said, it's gonna be over soon. Don't worry. I didn't know he got wrapped up in this shit. Cause I sent that shit to YSL. I mean, I literally was writing that shit into existence. By May of 2022, the snakes was gonna fall. I wasn't even calculating that he would have got wrapped up in this shit. But when I talked to him, I said, nigga, you gonna be home soon. I think he was home by like late October. God told him he'll be home before Children's Day or Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Of 2022. So he was home not long after that. Like he came home immediately after. And that's when I found out about the Gunner thing. I thought, okay, Gunner got out. So they must finna let him out. And they let him out. So all that plea deal, all this other stuff. These niggas know there wasn't no snitching shit. You ain't told on nobody. All that. So, but you said YSL is a gang. Whoop, whoop. They had plenty of evidence to prove YSL is a gang. They didn't get them niggas in trouble. And then once a nigga come home, it's like, bro, you came home. So then y'all gonna overlook certain shit that niggas did, knowing niggas done actually told on niggas saying, you done went and did a crime with a nigga. That's what telling was. I don't know what is all this niggas trying to create new borders for like snitching or telling. When you told, it's like you did a crime with a nigga. Like y'all went to go do some shit, handle some business. You supposed to already know if you get locked up, you get jammed up, you can't say nothing because both of y'all know what y'all doing, what y'all got into. And then you go and say, oh, he did this. I'm going to give you some information so I can get less time. You see? That was telling. Not no saying, yeah, this organization, this is a gang. Or he even said some people treat it like a gang. He didn't just say it's a gang. He said some people treat it like a gang. And that's reality. So you could tell that the niggas treated it like a gang. And then Thug did the stupidest shit. He get outside and start posting about how people is rats. That's the dumbest shit. Because when you say somebody ratted on you, or when you say somebody told on you, you're saying what they said was true. What you just did was gave them folks some more shit to be able to further come in and fuck shit up because you saying this shit true that they told. They snitched. You didn't say they lied. You see, because you stupid. I tell people. So it's like, no, man, these people is people who got some money and they got out and they surrounded themselves with niggas who was desperate, killers, real killers. And, and niggas trying to get their life back together. You see Woody? They use Woody. You see? And he been saying it. And he want to get his life back together. And I told you, Woody, don't forget these niggas is evil. When stuff happen and your family, they already hit you with the accident and they coming for people around you, your blood. You see? You got to stay away from these people. Stay away from anybody attached to thugging them. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear me, though, but I said they doing magic on you. Then one of his children passed. You see, I know that's witchcraft because I know what it looked like. When he got hit on that bike, I know accidents aren't accidents in magic. Anybody who thinks that things are accidents, we don't even acknowledge them. Like you really don't even exist. It's like you're a part of the program. Everybody who's adepts and because just as much as I was in the streets, I was in the craft too. In the conscious community, I was around witches and warlocks and sorcerers. I learned real first-hand primary magic. I'm not talking about shit that don't work. I'm talking about I really understand magic. You see, I was talking to my Umi about 2 days ago, and she was talking about some magic stuff, and she said something, and I said, yeah, this, that, and the third. She said, how you know that? I'm like, you forget who you raised? And we had a laugh about it. You see what I'm saying? So I know what witchcraft is. That's dirty. Like, they doing dirty shit. But you don't know. You wouldn't be thinking that because you think these street niggas, Nah, that's why Ifa was really getting so big, because Yoruba started to flood the streets. People started finding out that you can go visit the lady. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about the lady, that nigga be talking about the therapist. You know what I mean? Like, the lady. Some people might say the voodoo lady. We know when niggas be talking about the voodoo lady. They don't know what they talking about. Nigga might go visit the lady or visit the barbers. You see? And next thing you know, you see them with some beads on and blood on their face and chickens and da-da-da-da. And you think, oh, they just doing an Ifa ritual. Man, they need to be getting their hands dirty. And they don't know how to do it themselves. So they going to sacrifice people around them to get shit done, because they can't do nothing by themselves. They don't have no power. So when you go and visit the lady, she got her hand open, say, what you going to give me? Because that shit got to transfer. So when people say blood currency, that's real. And they'll send somebody over, like, okay, people, like, okay, you saw Thug? All right, I'm going into a different territory. So if I'm not supposed to speak on this level of understanding and mastery, a loud bang gonna occur in 9 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So y'all saw how, I think it might have been Thug's sister. All right now. She was like, all y'all interviewers, and y'all ain't said nothing about how he lost his baby mama, how he lost this person, he lost his brother, kid, da-da-da-da, woo-woo, while he was locked up. Y'all ain't asking about none of that. Yeah, the masses don't seem to have asked either, because Thug didn't go down how he would have went down, did he? He ended up getting off. Yeah, I done said too much already, I guess. Because you start asking questions like, how certain things just happen? How you at a bowling alley and you get into an argument, and then now somebody wants to kill you over a bowling game? How you just keel over in your car and just die? You see what I'm saying? How your organs just stop? How people that you was around was dying, and then you come out, and then talking about nobody asked him. He didn't make no point about it. He came out and he wasn't saying nothing about that shit. First thing he did when he came out was attack Gunna, cause he already know. That's what I'm gonna say to y'all. Listen. Take it from me or don't take it. I don't give a fuck. I'm one of them ones. Lil Baby got his hand in magic. QCP got his hand in magic. Thug got his hand in magic. I would say 21 Savage, but they look at him like a dweeb. They don't really hold 21 to no type of status like that. He don't know that. He in a game that don't really see him as they don't see 21 as no equal. They don't let him in. Who else? It's a lot of people got their... No, I'm not... Okay, Kevin Gates do magic. That's a different conversation. It's people that do magic, and it's people that got their hand in magic. So let me explain to you what I mean by that. I do magic. I tell you I do magic. So can't nobody ever say, he does magic. I put that shit all in my music. I did magic in front of people. I told people I hexed the music industry so that they can fall apart. I did that. So I'm glad about that. Every time something happened, I said, that's me. That was me. I told her before it happened so they wouldn't try to say I was just saying it just because. I said, somebody else in the fall. Boom, it happened. I wrote about it, talked about it, sing about it. I do magic. Moses did magic. They just won't call it magic. Jesus did magic. They would just never say it's magic. They're going to say it's miracles because they don't know what it is. Duh, because you're not a part of the Mir occult, the hidden light. Occult means hidden, and Mir is speaking about light. And Mir is also a sacred word for water. And Mir is also a sacred word for pyramid. Go look it up. Mir, M-R, Mir. Okay? So, Mir occult, miracles. You don't know what they are. Pharaohs can do them. They know what they are. That's why Pharaoh and his people was able to do them. We know how to do that shit. It's called alchemy. Alchemy is what became chemistry of understanding how things work, how they're made. When you're alchemist, no matter what you touch, you understand what it is. Okay, so I do magic. I hex demons. I get stuff done in the spirit realm, and they can't do nothing to me. They can't touch me. So if you get scared when magic come up, it's because it's not for you. It ain't in your bloodline. But my bloodline go all the way back to what you refer to as Heka. Huka. My spirit is the utterance. Huka. My spirit utters. In the beginning was the what? Logos. In the beginning was the what? Word. In the beginning was the water. All right. My spirit utters. Who? Why? Okay. My spirit utters. I know who I am. Who are you? Who are you? You see that? So when we say something, it becomes it. Which is why y'all see, if I say fuck the streets, they say, we ain't going to say his name, we ain't going to say nothing. But as soon as this nigga did the interview, listen, pay attention so you know magic. If you don't know the magic, you ain't going to be able to identify it next time it happens. Because it's coming soon. Watch. And don't worry, I won't leave you in the dark. When it happens, I'll explain to you what I did. And I'll show you that I did it. Okay, and how it happened. Remember, Bank brought me up. You know you can't just do that. When you bring me up, there's a lot of gravity that comes with my name. Okay? That's why they don't want to say it. It's like Voldemort. You get it? And they make Voldemort seem evil. Why? Because Voldemort is all powerful. They call him almighty in certain walks of life, like Christianity. So soon as you see Jesus coming, like, hold on, I already know who you are. Remember the demoniac story? I already know who you are. You only got to say your name. Nobody say his name. All right, we finna throw ourselves into these pigs over there. Come here, pigs. We finna throw ourselves into these pigs over there. We're going to go drown our damn self before we got to deal with this nigga and his tones and his name. Like I said in the name song. Remember? Before the interview with 21 Savage, I dropped the song on YouTube. It's called Receipts, meaning I already saw it. You can go back and see it. So you can see what I already saw. It's receipt. You can see it again. Right? I had a song I put out called Remember the Name. Right? And in the song I said, be careful when you open up your mouth to say my name. You see? They don't want to say my name. Remember I said in the song Say Cheese, which I called Big Bank the cheese and ass nigga. That's the cheese and ass nigga that need to be the face of Say Cheese from now on. Right? In the Say Cheese song, I said, you know that I'm the one that they just won't mention. Are they afraid of what happened when they fans cope? Immediately, them folk gonna see he ain't no damn joke. Upcoming rappers out Atlanta, they never list me. What they got against me? Could it be that black ball rolling around the city? Well, I want to say fuck all the blogs, and that's sincerely. I don't gotta say cheese, ho, take the picture, kept my good side. Oh, really? Is it really? I say, is you really about that action, nigga? You know my gang got the movable parts, action figures. Just cause we let them niggas slide, I mean, what is it? I mean, just cause we let you niggas slide, I mean, we something, I mean, you something. Come on, y'all, who know the shit? What I say? Only reason my nigga might still be standing cause we ain't had to get you. For a second, I just be thinking, is it a such thing in the bitch going too hard? Maybe I'm too real for even a nigga that say they don't do fraud. They say this shit cloud chasing because they don't want to see you large. We'll tell them cover their eyes. I send them hits, some nigga be ducking and dodging, yeah. I dropped the hits on niggas in public, ain't hiding, it wasn't private. Leaving their industry with nothing inside it and went and got reincarnated. Tell Puffy we sliding, yeah. Oh, you must have, what I say, we must have thought that we fucking forgot it. No, you gonna have to see him, G, and it ain't nothing but Gotti, yeah. This shit bigger than this city, yeah, like outer space. When I say firm, I mean firm. I don't know how to break, and I won't ever cease. Tell these pussy niggas I'm coming for every motherfucker. Want everything, every single solo solitary thing. Yes, I won't ever cease. Tell these pussy niggas I'm coming for every I want everything, every single solo solitary thing. Yes, it was a prophecy. I am the one they won't mention. And now, y'all saw it. You see? So, you know the difference, right? Some people talk and don't nothing happen. They're not adepts. Stay with me. The adepts or the alchemist knows that when he's speaking and doing music, music is magic. They're right there on top of one another. So it will be exactly as I say. Like you say, kun fiyakun. Be, and it is. I speak it and it becomes that thing. It exists because of the existing tone that allows for it to be. My thought alone will and it is, because you look around and you see it, create new realms. They don't have to give me the credit. You can't give me the credit. What's your credit look like or sound like? My credit is that it happens. It's called a window seat. You can't give me that. Okay, watch this. So I do magic. Anybody got a problem with it? I don't care, because you don't do magic. I do magic. Kevin Gates do magic. I could tell. You done been on certain levels. You know how to do magic. I'm not talking about industry. I'm talking about, I could tell by his tone. He know what's going on that other side. You see? So we do magic. There's a few people that do magic. Lauryn Hill do magic. But they hit her hard. But she do magic. There's a few people that do magic. They understand it. They're in the IRE. Erykah Badu. There's people that do magic. They're good. We're going to be all right. We don't have skeletons. Okay. We can breathe without falling. All right. And then you got people that got their hand in magic. It starts showing up in their being. Don't Thug look like a fucking ghoul? If you don't even know what a ghoul is, like, you still see it, don't it? Some of y'all don't even know what it is. Ghoul is like a grave robber. You see that charge over there? A ghoul is like a grave robber or a grave digger, an evil walker. A grave digger, you don't see it? I thought I put it on that couch. But you were just sitting on. You told me I was gonna look for that shit too. I ain't put it over there by the door. You just said that shit. Now you gonna be looking for the charge. This nigga a prophet too. You know what I'm saying? All right, probably time for me to get off of that. I thought I just had this. Either way, point being. All right, I got it. I see it. Point being, Thug and them got their hand in magic. And they need to step up out that shit, because sometimes you be done fuck with the wrong bloodline. And shit start fucking up around you. Don't fuck with the wrong bloodline. And spoiler alert, my bloodline is the wrong bloodline. That's just because I can spoil it. If you ain't watched the movie already, I'm going to spoil it. My bloodline is the wrong bloodline to fuck with. If you know what I'm saying to you. Some of y'all recognize my bloodline and don't want to say it. Some of y'all say it and I tell you don't say it. My bloodline, that gene that boomed through me, yeah, you recognize it because everybody know the voice. You know they recognize it because it ain't even just the voice. They don't even want to say the name. The name causes my enemies to tremble. You see, they don't want nothing to just send us into the pigs. Delay our judgment. Because you look in his eyes, it's like, what am I beholding? You see that? So, some of y'all might be a part of that bloodline. Some of y'all might not, but I will say it like this. Go watch that movie, David. Remember I said in the Everybody song, it's a David and Goliath slingshot, and niggas scared about it. I said, I got so many niggas that's up in this industry shook. Don't think it's hype. It's reality. They don't know what to do, what to say. I told you, put a microphone in front of them niggas and you're going to see how much soul they do or don't got. And they don't got it. And then you put that same microphone in front of me and tell me I ain't going to move the masses. That's why they scared. They call in to the blogs and say, do not post him. Blogs are making money by just not posting me. And I ain't even mad at y'all because y'all get y'all money and y'all do what y'all do. And I know some of y'all want to post. Some of y'all might want to be involved. You see? But you being told you can't because I am the unspeakable, the untouchable. You know what I'm saying? You can't. Y'all were on live telling academics, go live with FaZe, go live with FaZe, go live. When he was trying to go live with, he went live with Sauce Walker. Sauce Walker follow me. Me and Sauce Walker is peers in this shit. Meaning they can't keep trying to play me like I'm small. Like, we peers in this shit. Sauce Walker follow me, I follow Sauce Walker. We give each other our salutes. Okay. Even though Kevin Gates don't follow me, I follow Kevin Gates. We give each other our salutes. Rollo follow me. So he had two people on there that follow me. The other one didn't follow me is 6ix9ine. I don't give a fuck. The point is, me and Rollo follow each other. Me and Sauce Walker follow each other. I don't have no small following. They pulled Rollo up. They pulled Sauce Walker up. And then he was like, all right, who else? I think I got everybody. But he was watching them comments. And I saw it in his eyes, in his soul. When y'all kept saying, it was a lot of y'all did it too. All I did was came in and spoke. All of y'all were like, add phase one, 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 add phase one. After Sauce Walker dropped down, he was like, well, I think that's everybody. So, all right, guys, you know what I mean? Yep, I think everybody. All you see is add phase one comments. You can't act like, why you squinting? What are you squinting at, academics? But I know your chubby bubby ass can't post and can't say nothing about phase one. Nigga, I know you on payroll. I'm not mad at you. Get your money, because it ain't going to mean nothing. We're going to be the bloggers. We're going to be the podcasters. We're going to be the streamers. We're going to be the ones we're going to be the industry. Y'all time is up. So go ahead and do whatever you think you got to do. They literally paying niggas. Don't post them. Right? You know the Shade Room ain't going to post me because the Shade Room is ran by devils. If you don't know, you need to read into it. Look at who be doing the news. Look at that lady who sit there and be sitting still the whole time when she talk. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Some of y'all know who I'm talking about. She got that same black hairstyle every time. I know a witch when I see a witch. I know a witch. I don't need you to know it. I know a witch when I see a witch. That same lady who be sitting there, that's a witch. She behind the Shade Room. There's a few other beings. I'm going to say it like this. It's a few of them drag beings, them dragon people, them dragons behind the Shade Room. Listen to the name, the Shade. Who was the ones who were going around saying, no tea, no shade? You know who that is. The Shade Room, right? Why would they want to bring you in the shade or the darkness? Shadow, Shaddai. You know El Shaddai? Shaddai means really evil. Shad meant demonic. So watch out when y'all be calling on El Shaddai. You don't know. And they put it in that David movie too. I'm like, You see? Some of y'all don't understand the tones, right? El Shaddai or Shadi is saying my demon. My demon. Not even L. And L isn't really the. It'll be L is like saying the God. God Shadi. Okay, God, my demon. Right? There's a lot of stuff. And even some of y'all who's saying Yahusha, y'all might want to be careful. All right? Because I was like, where y'all get that from? Because Husha, from what I understand, is a demonic tone. Y'all might want to go research that. Husha brought you back to a demon. So y'all out here saying, I'm like, when did Yahusha come in? Are y'all doing paleo? Are y'all going paleo ivrit? How y'all get there? Either way, point is, you know what I'm saying? They brought people into the darkness, and they keep people there. So the Shade Room can't bring me up. Same reason why Shade Room can't put Dr. Melikazi York name. When they posted 1440 Ta, they had to take the name out. And I didn't let them get away with that because remember, we attacked. Y'all have to understand, when I post stuff, it's war. It's not content. I'm not creating content. Content creator. The fuck, nigga, this is war. So when I post stuff and y'all share stuff, that's y'all. We are army. You see? When I posted that and I said, man, y'all flood these people comments and tell everybody they cut that name out. Man, I ain't know it was going to be 3,000-4,000 of y'all. Because that shit went huge. 3,000-4,000 of y'all was like, why you cut Malachi? Why you cut Malachi? Why you going? Malachi. They couldn't say shit. And you know they read their comments because they have to be analytically aware. They couldn't say shit. Say something. Don't say his name. Say my name. Matter of fact, Jay, because you said don't say my name, I'm finna go up on you. And he said, damn if I do, damn if I don't. If he would have said my name, I would have went up on him. And if you don't say my name, and I know what you're talking about, I'm going to go up on your ass again. It's war. D1 ain't at war. That's not David. That nigga named David, and it's not David. That's not that's not D1. That's an illusion. That nigga ain't at war. Because he easy. You could tell he easy. You want to know why D1 can't go to war? Because he cares about money. That's why he can't go to war. When you're afraid to lose resources, when you're afraid that these people ain't going to let you on their show, when you're afraid of that, man, please. You can't go to war because then you have to call out the people with the shows. If you going to war with the, all right, let me let y'all, let me help y'all understand how this look. Let's say the devil got a house down the block, it's red. God got a house up the street, it's green. Y'all see it already? Some of y'all see one long ass street. Y'all need to work on y'all visionary mind. You need to see the grass. You need to see what day and time it is. It's midday. You need to see mailboxes. It's other houses. You need to see, all right? Some of y'all just see, y'all just saw, I saw what you saw. You saw a long strip with houses on it. You didn't even see the grass. All right. So, devil got a house down the street, and God got a house up the street, up the block. God's house is green. Shaitan's house is red. All right. God sent me down into Shaitan's house to go fuck his house up. All right, man, that nigga up, go fuck his shit up. I said, we pull it up now. We pull up, you get to the house. Hey, God, what you want me to do? I told you what I want you to do, nigga. Fuck his house up. You David. There go Goliath. Fuck it up. I said, all right, bet. I hang up the phone. I get out and say, let's talk. Do you see what I'm saying? I get out and say, hi. God hath sent me, my brother. And I want to tell you to not be lukewarm. And I'm talking to the niggas on the porch with the 40s in their hands and the 40s in their hand. God hath told me to come down with a message and tell you to not be lukewarm, brother. And we're going to change the meaning of gangster to some corny. He think he's speaking English. All niggas is here is corny. Kernel of corn. That's all niggas hearing, bro. We don't believe you. That's the point. So Diddy on camera beating Cassie. Pay attention. That nigga had a message for Meek Mill. Meek Mill just made hype music with Willies. That nigga he called out Rick Ross. Rick Ross was on his lawnmower. He wasn't even doing nothing. What'd you say about me? I was handing out turkeys. You haven't handed out no turkeys, playboy. That nigga wasn't doing shit. Then he called out Jim Jones. He made Jim Jones get out the house. Jim Jones was in Appalachian, Ohio, chewing no hay. That nigga was yodeling. He wasn't doing shit. That nigga said, that's right, I can't rap. That nigga came out of nowhere. We forgot about Jim Jones. He called out 3 niggas that nobody remembered. Oh, that's right, Rick Ross. Remember my alcohol that I put on my stories every day because I gotta sell. And I'm rich. You're not rich. Okay. So he called them out. Them niggas ain't even do shit. They responded. They had a good time. They talked. No house has been torn down yet. He ain't even cut the grass. The mailbox untouched. So then Diddy beats Cassie up. The footage come out. Do you see D1 coming out saying, Diddy, that wasn't cool. Come on, brother. You messing up. We can't allow that. That's not godly like. That's not godly what you did. You got to attest for that. God gonna come and give you swift judgment about that. We don't lay our hands on our no, because he want to go on revolt. You paying attention? He ain't gonna say nothing about Diddy. Nope. When it was Drake and all that shit was flying around, did you say something about Drake? And the dragon? Drake the dragon who put all that sex out. Do God approve of all that sex shit they be putting out there? And murder shit that Drake be talking about? Why he ain't call out Drake? Oh, when it came down to the Thug shit, he was talking about make sure y'all come to my show, man. I told y'all, man, you ain't say shit to Thug. You ain't say shit to 21 Savage when he just dropped that album, What Happened to the Streets. You need to be calling Thug, 21 Savage talking about my brother don't be lukewarm. But you still want to do shows with your pumpkin patch ass, don't you? You still want to do shows. You want it to be safe. So you ain't no warrior. That's not David. David was like, nigga, I don't give a fuck who you think you is. Who is you, Goliath? Goliath. Yeah, Goliath. David said some slick shit. You got to watch the movie. They were like, bro, David, you small. That nigga said, bro, I'm not small. God with me. God with me. And went to war with the whole shit and still doing it. That's how you know who the fuck David is. You don't walk in and see David sitting there eating with the Philistines. You know what I'm saying? Sipping wine and shit. So, hey, yo, I thought we was supposed to be blowing this shit up. I'm on the way, brother. I just got to do this thing with Birdman real quick. One of the biggest devils? You got to do what? Oh, no, brother, I just was excited to meet Birdman. Why the fuck was you excited to meet one of Shaitan's soldiers? Well, the love of Christ, brother. It just means that I can get money off this record because this is a big opportunity for my career. But how is that giving glory to God? Oh, I'm just going to rap about God. Sing about him. That's not, you don't know how this goes, do you? You saw Birdman, you were supposed to rebuke him in the name of Jesus. And you anointed. That's what you said. So you were supposed to walk right up to Birdman with your anointed ass and be like, I rebuke you, brother. You need to come home. Cash money, brother. Man cannot serve two masters, brother. That's lukewarm. You got to serve God alone. You serving money, that's mammon, cash money. You need to change your name. Change the name of all the stuff y'all was doing. You need to go switch that up. You ain't Birdman no more. Stop promoting drugs. Stop promoting murder, brother. Tell young boy, woo. You ain't do that. You saw Birdman was like, wow, man, yeah, man, let's do it. Let's work. Wow, for real? Man, God bless. Whoa, what? You a fan. So when you are under pan, which is fan, you can't make no moves. You cannot defeat Goliath. So y'all like, why D1 talking about working with Birdman? I'm like, why you think he talking about working with Birdman? That Christian shit is fake. Meaning, when niggas be coming out here saying they Christians, they believe in God and Jesus, and that's why they doing music, that's fake. You got me? All right. Now, on the flip side, the Muslim shit ain't fake. When them niggas come out here and say they Muslims, they really like, bro, you ain't never met a nigga that's more Muslim than a nigga that became a Muslim. They be meaning that shit. They just don't know the deen. So they be all over the place. They not supposed to be doing 100% of what they doing. I mean, I don't understand if the Muslim rappers ever seen a Quran. I don't know if they ever seen it. Like, do they know what it is? Hey, you read the Quran? No, I turned it off when I came in the house. What? You said my car on. I didn't do that. I left it on. I turned it off when I came in the house. No, nigga, the car on. What my car run for? Nigga, fuck, I need to run. Nigga, he already was in it. He was over here the other day. No, nigga, the car. Never mind. What you trying to say? I ain't trying to say nothing. Then they go right to prostrate. I'm like, yo, I don't know if them niggas know what they doing. But I don't, the deen done been flipped around so many times. So the Muslim rappers is like murderers. That's what they rap about. Murder, fornication, drugs. I'm like, astaghfirullah. I said it, I wasn't even Muslim. They're like, what you mean? I don't think Muhammad alayhi salam wants y'all niggas even doing music for one. Second of all, I don't think he wants y'all niggas doing this type of music if you're going to do it. But that's Muslims. So, man, that's why I said in that, F the Street song I did and posted it, I said, yeah, that Christian shit ain't never freed our mind. And the Muslim shit, like, how far can we get with Islam? People going to have to wake up. Wake up. Wake up out of your sleep. We've been bamboozled all around. All right, the same way y'all saw these niggas ain't really no OGs. Nigga really ain't no real street niggas that don't give a fuck about the people. Okay. Take that and apply it to the religious OGs. It's my live. Is it glitching? Take what you find out about these industry niggas and apply that to the religion OGs. The pastor, preacher, reverend, imam, rabboni, or rabbi. Take it and apply to that, because them niggas ain't really on what they saying they on. Sooner we learn that, the better. Sooner the better. The more you try to understand this hell, the more you become attached. You talking about hell? All right, yep. Muhammad like, man, what the fuck? I bet he like, what the fuck? So, more people waking up, y'all. More people waking up. Start calling on names you don't know what you calling on. They got y'all saying Yahusha. You need to research what you saying. All right, they got y'all talking about El Shaddai. Go research what you saying for real. You with me? Stop worshiping images at all. Okay? Now, I ain't telling you to walk in grandmama's house, take the image down, because she gonna fight you still at 90. Right? And she gonna win. I'm just saying the Jesus image is fake. Nobody will debate me. You know that? Because they can't. So the image that they have of Jesus that pops up in your mind is a spell. Get it out your head. That's not real. Automatically, off rip. Jesus is a fake image. That's not a real image. They made it up. Somebody painted that shit and niggas been envisioning that being, I'm going to say something, in their dreams and in their visions and movies, and that has nothing to do with none of that. The story don't got nothing to do with whoever that nigga is. You know what I mean? Justin Timberlake is not Jesus. Keanu Reeves is not Jesus. Justin Bieber is not Jesus. You know what I mean? None of them people that they putting in front of you is Jesus. All right? The Mummy movie is a lie. That shit cap. The mummies, the ancient Egyptians don't look like that. Cleopatra, all the people that they talking about, you start researching the stories, they don't look like that. It's all cap. All right? So get these images out your mind. Start breaking that spell right now because you're going to need it for the 2026. Because your realm is going to split in half in 2026. Mark my words. Things are going to split in 2026. And it's going to be split between who? Those who have decided that they're going to learn what the computer is about. Computer science, to know it so that it can be made free. Computer, calculator, the matrix, computer. All right, science, computer science. Science means to know. You will know the matrix. You will know and be able to calculate through wisdom, right knowledge, right wisdom, right understanding, where you are so you know where you're going. And you will know the truth, and the truth will make you free. You see that? Most people are going to be split on the other side of that, and they're not going to understand anything that's happening. And just like 2025 went fast for the first part, really, because it slowed down toward the middle. I don't know how that happened or why that happened. I don't really control that, but it did. And it slowed down toward the end, too. But for the most part, 2025 was quick. 2026 is going to be quicker. And this is why. Because there's a science speaking about the elect, okay, that the days will be shortened so that the elect will be saved. There's going to be a version of the world where the world is going to slow down its rotation. Pay attention. The planet's rotation is going to slow down. All right? It will not feel like it for those of you who are chosen, meaning elect. It won't feel like it's slowing down. People are going to be like, man, why the days is taking so long? Da, 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 da. And you're going to be like, you mean why they going so fast? There's going to be a split. They already showed me. All right? A lot of people are going to be afraid to make the changes necessary to propel themselves out of the gravitational pull of Sheol or hell or the pit. Those of you who are elect, it's going to be a breeze to you because you know it's all about the decision. You're not just doers, you're deciders. Something that was taught to me by Malachi York. Okay, so you're not just doers, you're deciders. Get to your exercise and fast and all that stuff you want to already start. Start now because you got a few more days left where you can just do some fast. I'm not saying you got to fast every day because I was fasting on and off. I didn't fast every day how I wanted to. I was going to do a 30-day fast, but I didn't do it. I did fast 3 days here, a day here, 2 days here. You know what I mean? I did that. So fasting, I feel great, especially with the exercise, all of that. Fasting, exercise, all of that is going to help you with your being able to be propelled. Your propulsion is going to be aided and assisted when you start making these decisions. So deciders, look at the word decide. Do you see that word side sitting right there? You either on D side or D side. That's what it means. Etymologically, now I was playing. You either on D side or D side. I don't know how it turns you into Hispanic, but when you say it, you'll understand it. You know what I mean? You're on D side or D side. You going over here or you going over there? All right? Sheep going over one direction, left, they'll be left behind. All right? The right, or the ones who go to the right, they'll be right-minded. So some people want to be in the right mind, some people want to be left behind. You get it? Okay. Left hand, right hand. You see that? That's in the book of Matthew. Go read it. I think the book of Matthew, maybe chapter 25. I think it's chapter 25. Go look at that. Somebody fact check me. All right? Either way. They come in and they separate the sheep from the goat. So it's happening as a time period. The computer science aspect is the zeros and the ones are going to merge. All right? So there's going to be a merging also. Zeros and ones merge in what way? It merges as in quantum. It goes quantum, which means you have to go quantum. Meaning you have to get to the very discrete unit of self to be able to understand who and what you are. You're going quantum. Quantum don't mean go out into space. So anytime you're looking at quantum and they talk about all this outer space stuff, that's not what quantum actually means. When you quantify a thing, you're going to the most basic unit of it. All right? So if I do the quantity of, or look at the quantification of light, and I want to find out the quanta of light, what would I do? I'll go to photons. All right? So the quantum or the quantum realm says go to the discrete unit, get to the basic building block, or the dot. Somebody said the black dot. Exactly the dot. Now, for you all, here's what I'm going to give you a secret. Your thing is you need to study your genes, study genetics, study how genes express, study heredity, study alleles, study all of the things that deal with genetics, genomes, all of that. Okay, some of y'all be talking about gnosis and don't even be paying attention to the genome. Okay, some of y'all talking about genealogy of Isis, Genesis, and then you just say that to sound good, not understanding Malachi introduced that for a reason. You want to know what genealogy of Isis really means? Let me explain something to you. There's an attack on ISIS right now, ain't it? Pay attention. Because Isis or Isis is the divine mother, or Set. Or Set. Okay? That's the divine mother. So there's an attack on the divine mother, meaning an attack on the matriarch, meaning an attack on the matrilineal, okay, existence of yourself. Not patrilineal alone. Matrilineal. Why is that important? Because it takes you all the way back to the mother. The mother who is known as Nun. All right? So you saw people start becoming nuns. They start preserving themselves for the Most High. The highest level. 9. N-I-N-E. 9. Nun. Known. You will know the truth, and the truth will make you free. You become of the knowing, the nun, the knowing. You are known. All right, so you rise above all of that and you stand on top of even the noun, okay, which is 1, 2, 3, which is the 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 of the pyramid. You with me so far? When you preserve yourself, you become of the highest. All right, that means you're no longer under the frequencies of Babylon. So when you speak, you're not babbling. A lot of people take what I'm doing, they try to do that and replicate it, and you listen to them, it's like, this nigga ain't saying nothing. It's not, the dots are not aligning. You see, but they're just talking because they think that's what I'm doing, because they hear all these points connected and they don't have the attention span to understand that all of it is still speaking about the same thing. So leading you to being over the frequencies of Babylon, you have to walk up that mountain and you'll be right there. Another word for that mountain will bring you Mount, as in Mount Zion or Mount Sion. Okay? And Mount Sion or Mount Zion, all right, which brings you to the word Orion or Oranos, Zion or Zion meaning heaven. Okay, or safe haven, Zion, okay, Orion, Oranos, those lined up pyramids, 1, 2, 3, stay with me, like Hermes Trismegistus, 1, 2, 3. Those lined up pyramids line up with the 1, 2, 3 points as you walk outside. For those of you who is dark outside for now, you're in the shadow hour, you always see them 1, 2, 3 dots, don't you? No matter where you are. All right, you'll see the Orion's belt, the belt of Oranos, the belt of heaven. That is what they're alluding to in Stargate. They literally got a movie called Stargate. You see that? Well, you look at the movie Stargate and you'll see a circle and a pyramid. Circle in the pyramid. I am the Alpha and the Omega. These are your coordinates, 1 and 0. Alpha is the A. That's the pyramid. Are you with me? The Omega is that circle that lines up like there's a circle in that line at the bottom. Okay? So that's you walking up into the Stargate. Alpha, Omega. from point 1 to point 0, well, not 0 really, but that's what I'm telling you as a representation. But omega, beginning and end. Okay? Remember in the Stargate movie, they needed to know the coordinates. They needed to figure out the sigils. And they had to be able to get there and back, which means it had to open up on both sides. And Malachi explains the heavens open at certain times. Stay with me. And so, Orion, Oranos, the heavens open at certain times. There's a patah, opener, opening, patah. Go look up these words. A key, fatiha, opener, that allows for you to enter. And when you open up that or unravel that, now you can travel or traverse, or what's referred to as nibiru, okay, or abar, ivr, meaning to cross over. That's where they get the Hebrew from abar, abare, okay, iviri. I want to tell y'all anyway, because I'm teaching you the stuff as I told y'all, I'm going to hold it back. I say, if they take it, they take it. If they run with it, they run with it, whatever. But those of y'all who get in it right now, you're supposed to. All right, you go look up the word avra. Okay, avar. Okay, you have ayin. That's one of the letters. Ayin looks like a backwards Y, if you explain it that way. Ayin. Okay, then you have what? Bet. Okay, which looks like like a clothes hanger, I guess, or a hook. All right, bet. Okay, ayin, bet, and then what? Resh. Okay, so these are 3 letters. Now that's for avar, avri. You're going to go into ivri, you might use aleph, and then you'll do bet, which will be vet, not bet, and that one, because you'll take the gush and you'll move that out, and you have just the second sound of bet, which is ve, all right, or v, technically, because it's not always ve. Sometimes it might be va, depending on what the vowel is, and the vowels are marked by certain dots. You'll understand eventually. Either way, vet. All right, so you have aleph, vet. All right, then you have resh, and you might have yod. It depends on how they write it. They'll write it different ways. But the main point I'm getting you to see is ayin, which is the word that it comes from. Ayin, bet, resh, abar. Okay, it becomes crossover or to transition. Okay, or to move across. So if you pay attention, I'm actually explaining to you Arabia too, because Arabia has it there as Arabia, as like a vehicle. All right, Abar, Arabia. Malachi said these languages link up for a reason. Going back to Soretic, even now you have the Nuwapic that's before all that. It predates all of that. So there was an original language. You go back to the book of Genesis, chapter 11, verse 1, and you'll see that it was explained that at one point in time, everybody was speaking one language. So these languages branched off, but the science was maintained in it. So each of these words are letters. Ayin is a word. It means eye. Okay? Like an eye. Bet is a word. It means house. Resh is a word. It's like saying top or head. Okay? Specifically head. Sometimes you get top. All right? So if I say ayin, bet, resh, what am I saying? The house of the eye. Are you with me? The head, which is the house of the eye, or the eye that is housed in the head. All right, which eye is housed in the head? Y'all still with me, or somebody snoring? Okay, because they can't explain these things to y'all. They don't have the eye to see it. I don't know why I have the eye to see it. Sometimes it just streams through me. You see, what the point is, you look at this stuff and you'll see, oh, this nigga's telling the truth. Ayin, bet, resh. Okay, so what eye is housed in the head is what you refer to as the single eye. They talk about this in the book of the Bible, chapter Matthew's. All right, the book of Matthew. It speaks about the single eye, the eye that has to be lit up. All right, as a single point. If it isn't lit up, then it will be darkness in the being. And they said the darkness will be great if you don't activate that eye. Okay, the eye of the body. What they say the light. There it is. The light of the body is the eye. Stay with me. Come on, I still got it. The light of the body. Come on now. That's my dad. I felt that nigga coming through. He said, come on, we got this, son. All right. The light of the body is the eye. All right. So the eye is the light of the body. Okay. The eye is the light of the body. Illuminati. The eye at the top of the pyramid. You have one eye, 2 eye, 3 eye. You call it the third eye. Some people say first. It really don't matter. You got 1, 2, 3 eyes. Okay. But one which is supposed to be centered. Okay. That is the eye or the fire or the light in the center. Pyramid. And you have a pyramid, as we were taught in the Tahuti orders. All right, Hermes Trismegistus, Thoth, whichever one, they'll explain about this. The pyramid, or the 1 and the 2 and the 3, is how you travel. It's how you traverse. When you activate that, you have the ability to travel the planes. 1, 2, 3 degrees. Okay, stay with me. Enter the apprentice, fellow craft, master mason. Are you with me? Stay with me. 1, 3, 5. Are you still there? 3, 5, 7. Have you left yet? 9. Okay, the 1 through the 9, or the 11 and the 22 and the 33, which be the master numbers, different levels, depending on how you're saying it. But this is you walking up what's called Jacob's ladder in masonry. Jacob's ladder is a pyramid, and Jacob's ladder is also what? Genes. You see how you got the ladder in the genes? But that's not just a regular ladder. It spirals, which means that you have the lines that cross over to become a double helix. Y'all with me still? Okay. So there's a crossing over of the genes, literally, in the DNA, the structure, the deoxyribonucleic acid. Okay, there's a structure that allows for a crossing over. And as you travel, there's a winding up the flight of stairs. Literally, in masonry, the 2nd degree is referred to as the winding stairs. Okay, so the winding stairs, all that Jacob's ladder, all that, the 25th degree, which is really just the same degrees as of old of you being a past master. The law of power 25, they hit it there where they said law of power number 25 is where you recreate yourself. It's speaking about the reactivation of the genes, where you can't recreate yourself if there's no change on a genetic level. Okay, or the atomic level, really, because all of that lines up. So specifically for this science, we'll say genetic. We can talk about the atomic another time. But the point is, when you make certain changes in your mind, which means that the mind's eye is in control, all right, you're moving as elite or elect, then you will start transforming. Then you're going up the levels. All right, stay with me. So then that capstone activates. You want to know what happens when that capstone activates? Go watch the Stargate movie. It glows. All right, when it glows, there's a halo created. That word halo and halio are aligned with one another because halo takes you back to the sun, meaning literally a disc. And the disc that they were referring to is not just the sun. Also, that's where you have false angels or fake angels or fallen angels, right? The fallen angels are of the moon. You'll know them because they come out and tell you they're with the moon. All right. The ones that are not fallen angels, they're with the sun. Okay. So there were 2 discs really that they were referred to. And both groups of angels had halos, the fallen angels and the ones that were not fallen angels. Either way, you were either with the sun or the moon. You're either with Ra or you were with Yamaya. Okay. Or old illusion is what you would be saying if you would look at the crossing over the languages, because Maya meant illusion. All right. And Yah was to say, old illusion, that same illusion that you have to overcome when you look at the Ganesha symbol. Ganesha. And Ganesha is saying that small dot at the top. All right, is you overcoming that crescent, and the crescent is the illusion. You with me so far? All right. So when you get past that degree and you trade it in for a sun, you're coming out of the darkness into the light. All right. That's a past master. Okay. The past master or the pastor is now able to operate as an operative and show the works of his hands. Okay. We will know you by your works. You're going to build now. You're going to change things now. You have the ability to command things into existence. You can breathe things onto people and you'll see it happen in reality. All right. You know, Omari or Phase 1 is a master and they can't do nothing with me. I'm only a master because I was raised by a master, raised by masters. You see, you can't discount my mother as a master. My mother is a master. You see, I was raised up in a community full of masters who prepared me for this day and time. So that's why you see that I'm not breaking off the pathway, because they didn't tell me to do that. If they would have said, all right, and when you turn 25, leave and don't ever come back. Oh, okay, that's part of my mission. They never said turn away. They said never turn away. Never lose your soul. So I said, okay, bet. I noted it at age 3. So now I'm older now. You see me moving and doing these things because it was already encoded in my DNA. Oh, by the way, DNA deals with coding. Are you with me? Zeros and ones. Coding. DNA or genes deal with coding. So if I have genetic code, which is reality, can't code be written and then rewritten? Isn't there such thing as called transcription in genetics where your genes have to be transcribed? No, are you talking about script? You mean something is written and programmed? So you mean I'm made of zeros and ones? Yes. And you're connected. You see, there are bonds. in the center. Which one day I'll maybe come on here and do a whole teaching on all that stuff. But the point is, above all of that, that when you start to activate, you are preparing yourself for Nibiru, for the crossing over. You get to the crossroad. You pick up your cross and you walk. Oh, the spell has been lifted, and let me explain to you what I mean. The spell has been lifted. How many years did they say the spell will last? They said 400 years. The spell of being asleep is a spell of sleep. They hid it because of slavery, servitude. But the word slavery in Ivrit, Hebrew, is bet, okay, dalit. All right, those are the two. That's the main two words. You could have spelled it Aleph, bet, Aleph, dalit, or Aleph, bet, yod, dalit. Okay, ebed will be the full word in its entirety. Bed, B-E-T, bet, dalit. Bed. That's served. And interestingly enough, in the Holy Tablet, it's called Abada, El Abada. And El Abad is the slaves, and he's explaining about how Nibiru is coming and how you get up out of it with the 2030 and all this other stuff. Correct? Okay, cool. Which would be really 60-30, right? Which is the 9 year. People, they really not knowing about the time that we're in. So that's why we're here. So the point being, that spell of sleep has passed over. Niggas is no longer in the bed. Niggas ain't slaves no more. They don't want to be slaves. And people are making themselves free. They're waking up. They're claiming sovereignty. All this other stuff. This conversation is activated more. And people are saying, fuck the streets and all this stuff, which we've been saying. We put it out there. We made that happen. Okay, so people are waking up and preparing themselves. You see Nuwapu popping out. You see Phase 1. You see 1440 Ty. You see Malachi. That is a name, Melaki. It is a name and a code. Melaki, Sedek, or Sadiq, Zodek, Zodak, Yarku, Yark. Okay? All right. Malachi, as I already explained to y'all, you have Mem, Lamed, and then you have Kaf. Okay? If I were to spell it Melech, as in the ruler at that time, whoever that would be, like a lord. Okay? So Mem, Lamed, Kaf, Malachi, Malachi. You take the vowels out because really, there's not actually vowels. You have points where you can say this vowel will stand in. But the main thing is the 3-part root or the root. Okay? So Melech. Then you have Zedi. Well, Sedi or Zedi could just be literally as the letter Sedi, Zedi. And some people say Zed. So that's how you know I'm not just making it up, because Zed is also one. I think Zed is like Nuwapic, if I'm not mistaken, or Mitzpatia. Either way, Zed, you have Zed or Zedi or Sadiq. Okay? Sadiq, which is a word. Go look it up so you don't think I'm just saying stuff. T-S-A-D-I-K is the letter. All right. S-E-D-E-K is a word meaning righteous. Z-O-D-O-Q is a word meaning righteous or true. Okay. Or orderly. That's why I tell you Meleki, so that means messenger of righteousness. Stay with me so far. Okay. Mem, Lamed, Kaf, Sadiq. And then you have the Y. You don't have to really put the Y there, because the Y will be like a vowel standing as like yod. So really all you have is resh, and then you have kaf again. Okay? So resh kaf. When you add up the value of mem, lamed, kaf, resh, zedik, resh kaf, you get 400. I mean, but what do you mean by value, Omar? Okay, mem to my memory has a value of 40. What was the next one? Mem, Lamed. Lamed, to my memory, has a value of, hold on a second. Lamed, Nun. Mem, Nun is 50. I think Lamed has a value of 30, if I'm not mistaken. And Kaf, I think, has a value of 20. So I think the first ones will be, and y'all can fact check me on this. You fact checking me as I speak? Okay, thank you for that. So you have Mem is what, 40? Mem is 40. Lamed is 30, correct? Okay. What was next? Kaf. Kaf is 20, correct? Okay. Sadiq is 90, correct? Okay, Sadiq, that's the Z. Sadiq is 90. Then you have Resh. I think Resh was 200, correct? Okay, resh, the value of resh. These are actual values. You know, you have the letters, 22 letters in the Ivrit language, but you have values that align with each of them. So I told y'all, sometimes it's like when you dealing with somebody, they'll explain certain things at one point, but then you start realizing, wait a minute, how this man, because when you're led to understand something, it will be understood. That don't mean you reveal it all at once. Okay? All right, cool. So sometimes I just let people talk, but you'll know what you know. But that's the wise one. The wise one can do what? Play dumb, and the dumb one can't play wise. They wouldn't even be able to retain all this to be able to play anyway. They can't play with it. Point is, resh, and what was the last one? Kav, and then Kav goes back to 20. So you add all of that up, and to my understanding, that was what? That's 400. That's 180 plus 200. 220. 180 plus 220. 90, 90, 220. So y'all do the math on that. It's 400. But the 400 is important because when you saying the number 400, that is letter Tav. Tav has a value of 400. And Tav is the end. Remember, we still speaking about the Alpha and Omega. It's just taking time to get to the buildup of it. Because there are things I need you to know. So you'll have those pieces in your subconscious. When you start making decisions, the reason why I give you so many things in the teaching is so that you can have these pieces and they'll pop back up at different times and it'll make sense when you see it next time. So the next time you see a letter, Tav, I can sign it. It kind of looks like pi, right? It looks like, if you really look at the letter Tav, it looks like somebody prostrating. So that'll help you remember it. If you see somebody look like they prostrating, that's the Tav letter, okay? Tav is 400. 400 as in 400 years. But that's the end of the spell. From Aleph to Tav, okay? Or Tov. So you have Tav or Tov that ends the cycle, literally. And at the end of that cycle, people are supposed to be waking up, getting out of the yoke. Though the yoke is to be released. That ended in, when did the cycle end? 2019. Because the cycle that we were referring to is 1619, where they started to mark it. 1619, stay with me. 1619 was marked as the beginning of that spell. 1712, Willie Lynch committee stepped in and was saying they can prolong it. All right? Because they were realizing that the melanin dominant people who were enduring that were way too powerful. They weren't able to keep them down because every generation there was another revolution. And they were losing a lot of masters and all this other stuff. And they couldn't tame them. And they still can't tame y'all. When the moment y'all wake up, y'all realize that. Point being, Willie Lynch, 1712, they said it would take 300 plus years. That's why they said that, though. Because they were still trying to make sure that they can survive that 400 years. So no coincidence that 1712, around that time period, this letter goes out and gets big. Because they're still trying to buy themselves time. But in 2019, Beyonce came out with a song said, Already. And in that song, she was saying, wake up, it's time already. You a king already. Shine your body, open your mind, woo, woo. She was trying to tell you, but everybody was too focused on whether or not she's a witch. You see what I'm saying? They weren't even ready. She was talking about the matriarch back in 2011. Who Run the World Girls. She was trying to tell y'all back then, but y'all weren't ready. And now she said you got to be ready in 2019. And now look, it was how many years? 6 years from there? And we're going into the 7th year, and these people still ain't ready. And everybody that attempts to come and tell you in any way that they can, you shut them down. So you won't be able to have any excuse when it comes time. Point being, Tav was looked at as a cross. All right? The letter Tav is a cross. And when you see it, you ain't going to really get it because you won't understand the representation. It don't look like it when you see it. That was Ivrit. The word, when it became New Testament Greek, was staros or staron. All right, so when you say staron or staron, that meant like a pole. It didn't mean the same that the Tav meant. You see, so things were shifted around. So when you go back to Tav, you'll understand, wait a minute, that's an X. X marks the spot, not a T, because even in Mitzvatia, the X looks like, or the T looks like an X. You see, y'all with me so far? All right. So X marks the spot. Somebody wrote a book called that. It was me, by the way. And in the book, I explained all of this. However many years ago I wrote it, maybe 2 years ago. Either way, X marks the spot was something for people to pay attention. I think about a year ago I wrote that book. Right? Because that X in the center, or that dot in the center, is the lit up point. That's the capstone. All right. So Jesus goes on the cross. The sun, listen, is on the cross. The fire in the middle, pyramid. Okay. What's the image Malachi put in the Holy Tablet? I'm going to go to it real quick. This is the image that Malachi placed in the Holy Tablets of Yeshua or Yeshua, what? Ascending. You see that pyramid? In the Holy Tablets, it was explained that it was not a cross, it was a pyramid. Now, why is that important? Because didn't Jesus ascend off the planet? Somebody mixed a story around. The book of Acts chapter 1 verse 9, go figure, showed that Jesus ascended off the planet. But they said, oh, he had a new body, he was reborn, all of this stuff. They still missing the point. The point is he got out, he didn't die. He did die for us. He didn't stay there. How about that? Because the Quran said, what? The book of the Sun, the Quran, said, and why you say that, Omari? I'll tell you why. Because Corona, is dealing with a glow around the sun. If you look at the Quran and look at the front, the cover, you'll see a sun. You see that? They actually got a chapter in there, El Shamish, I think, El Sham. Either way, it's about the sun. Point is, revealing deals with the sun, concealing deals with the dark. So when you get up out of here, that's your revelation. And you're in a day of revelation now. Even though eventually somewhere in your matrix, they took the S off of a lot of the chapters. Who remembers when Revelations used to have an S? All right, either way. So it's called Revelation now. Either way, this is your revelation, whoever I'm talking to, that you have to go up the pyramid to get out of here. All of you who become 9 or of the 9, Malachi said, when all of this is over, only 9 of you will be with me. That's what he said. All right, whoever those 9 are, you got to go up to the top of the pyramid. Okay, that's where the activation takes place. That's where the capstone takes place. And the pyramid itself is able to get you up out of here. Do you get what I'm saying? Because no matter how I say it, no matter how you're hearing it, it will make sense. Because all things we created for you pairs so that you might receive instructions. Parables, parable. You're able to pair what I'm saying to where you are. Okay? Most of y'all have Christian backgrounds so you can understand the story. Only thing is you're looking at this image and you're like, wait a minute, that's not Jesus I remember. Well, the one you were given was a lie. That didn't make sense. You know what I mean? That you don't see woolly hair on the image you were given. Or hair like wool. You don't see nowhere how his feet could be like burnt brass. You see? And even if they wanted to kick it, nowhere back then with them groups of people would he have been a Caucasoid. So it's a lie. All right. All of that, Daniel 7:9. Go read the book of Daniel 7:9 if you need to. Revelation chapter 1 verse 14 if you need to. All right. The lamb hair don't look like that. Their hair don't look like that. Now, goat's hair might look like that every now and again. But the hair of lambs, the lamb has like hair like wool. Now, even though they said white like wool, which is a simile dealing with the color. So if anybody want to debate you, don't be jumping out like you know what you're talking about. Because it didn't say he had hair like wool. It said hair white like wool. Even though I think the book of Daniel 7:9 gives you a rendition of that, a different version of that, where you'll see it does say hair like wool. So you might not want to pull out Revelation 1:14 to try to debate some people. You might want to pull out Daniel 7:9. Either way, because it's still talking about the Ancient of Days. Oh, by the way, Malachi said he's the Ancient of Days. Okay, stay with me. So you get to that pyramid and you ascend. He ascended out of here. That's the part of the story they just leave out. They ended like, he died. It was so sad. How? Why would you even be sad if he said, this is all a part of it, don't worry? What are you sad about? No, that's theatrics. All that, the blood of Jesus don't have nothing to do with the blood of Jesus. Has everything to do with the bloodline. All y'all out here talking about y'all Israelites, the truth is you bear false witness. That's the truth, because you never tested it. You can't test your blood to see whether or not you're of that gene. You ain't tested. So they have to tell you whether or not you're Israelites. Another thing, in the book of Amos, chapter 9, they said they were going to sift through the nations to find their children like they did in the movie Knowing. So all y'all out there screaming, talking about people are chosen and they need to know they're Israelites and black and this, that, and the third, and woo. You wasting your time. Because they already said they're going to find those people. You can't tell somebody you're chosen. You can't tell somebody you're Israelites. You don't know what their ancestry is. Just because they look like a melanin dominant person now, that does not mean that 3 generations ago, they were actually melanin dominant people. So you're bearing false witness, and we know the blasphemy of those who say they are Israelites. And they are not. But they are of the synagogue of Shaitan, causing confusion and opposition. But y'all swear y'all know. But you don't know. You say, well, I believe the prophecy. Well, guess what? There are many who are going to believe. That ain't going to make you free. Knowing the truth will make you free. So if you're saying you tie back to Jesus' bloodline, he's an Israelite. And Israelite, you got to stop acting like it's a religion. Israelite is not a religion. It is a bloodline. They're like, my last name is Hargrove. So 9 generations from now, niggas who was Williams, all right, my phone started doing that little poor connection thing. I'm looking at 4 bars. I'm going to tell y'all right now, my phone don't got no poor connection. But you know what I'm talking about is up there in their alley. So move over from them people. You know what I'm saying? I ain't bothering y'all. Warning. I know. You've been doing good. Yeah. Y'all wonder why I don't talk about certain things. Some stuff you can't talk about. Because you be done talked about it. It's like, then they snatch you. Then like, damn, I can't even tell them the shit they need to know. Because some of this stuff you don't even need to know. It's just stuff that's a part of it. I don't got no time to be like, why you don't call out the such and such is and the da-da-da-da and these people over here, these such blank-ish people and da-da-da-da. I'm like, listen, no, that nothing to do with me. That's y'all beef with them. You know what I mean? Listen, if you of the chosen, point being, if the lie cut, don't be surprised. If you of the chosen, can't nobody tell you chosen. It's not a religion. It's none of that. It is a bloodline. And why is that important? Because certain genes survived in the blood. No matter where you went, you had coding. So we know that when we come through at certain times, we'll say certain things and your ears going to perk up because if you're really a part of my sheep, you're going to know my voice because it's going to be familiar. Family is the root word. This is a family thing. This is not everybody. We have to talk to everybody. We got to include everybody. Like, that's a part of it. The truth is, this isn't everybody's story. It never was. He came to save the world. Y'all are going to be destroyed. You didn't read the whole book. He destroyed most of this place. They destroyed most of this place in the story. They didn't come to save everybody. They came to get the lost sheep. All the stuff y'all letting Saul tell you don't have anything to do with why them extraterrestrials came to the planet. They want to spare their bloodline. Now, how do you do that? For one, say it like this. Let's say you got children, right? You don't want to destroy your children because they don't listen. So you're going to do everything you can to stop your children from being destroyed by themselves. Stay out the street, da-da-da-da, woo-woo. You know what I mean? Do good in life, woo-woo. Go to get a job or whatever, start a business. You know, don't hurt nobody. Whatever. You're going to do everything you can. You're going to raise them right to hope that they're going that way. Right? Okay. You don't want to destroy them because they're your children. Now, how many of y'all think that everybody think that way about everybody's kids? How many times you seen a child acting up in the store, falling out, and you turned and walked the other way and grabbed your child and gave them that look like, I wish you would. You worry about your children, right? You understand? Okay. How many people y'all know now? Not everybody got a heart like that. How many of y'all know that you done stayed with some people and they made sure they fed their children and they didn't feed your children? And it was fucked up, but they gonna look out for their children. You see that? How many drug lords and demon people and all kind of stuff, they got a soft spot for their children. The villains got soft spots for their children. Okay, the extraterrestrials don't want to destroy their children. God don't want to kill his children. So he doing everything in his power to give y'all scriptures, Patarat, the way, messengers, prophet, Ambia, Ambia, the Naviim, whoever, the messengers, angelos, whatever you want to call them. They were sent through Kachina to give you some guidance so that you can be like, fix my genes. I need to fix my genes so that when they come, I won't be repulsive to them. They'll have to reject you if you can't. All right, you got to think about it. How many of y'all in here right now that's like Christians that believe in God and all that? How many of y'all think that if God pulled up right now and blew the horn and raised you up, that you going with him? How many of y'all think that you living and governing yourself in such a way that they would want you around their women or their children or their men? Because in my Father's home, there are many mansions. Why would Elion, Ta, Asaru, Usir, Murdoch, Anu. Why would any of them come and grab these people you see out here in this world and be like, I want to take you back to my home so that you can avoid this place we're about to destroy? Right? Why would they do that? This is why they say, no, like it's going to be the elect. Those who purified themselves to be able to be raised incorruptible. And people are saying they got time. Right? Now, they also said the fools are going to be like, my master ain't coming, so he ain't been here in a while, so he ain't coming. They said that's going to happen too. And now look, all this time and past, people like, Jesus ain't never came. You had people like Brother Polite saying, F Jesus because people called him out of being a con artist. So they're like, you want to talk about a con artist? Talk about Jesus. He said he was coming. He ain't never came. Firstly, he said no man knows the hour. Let's talk about that, Omari, before we get out of here, if you want to. Okay, I'll do that. You want me to start? You go ahead. Okay, the man won't know the hour. God will. They said nobody but the Father would know the hour. According to what they said, by the way, because humans don't know shit. You don't know who know the hour. They just told you whatever the fuck they want to tell you. And in the Bible, they show you God lead people astray, Allah lead people astray, that they will. If they think you are up, they ain't going to tell you every motherfucking thing. Humans don't know all the information. Niggas be out here bold and loud, thinking they know everything. But tell me what the seventh thunder said in the Bible right now. Ready, set, go. Exactly. They don't tell y'all shit because it ain't for you. So let's just say there's a man of an hour. And he come down. Let's just say there's a man of the hour. And he come down. No man knows the hour. Let's just say there's a man of the hour. And he come down and he wrap up all the illusion, all the confusion. And he tell you what he was there to do. What you said? All I came to do was set this whole record straight. All I came to do is set this whole record straight. All I came to do is set the record straight. Set the whole record straight. Okay, he came to do that. All right, what if his name is Melchizedek? What if his name is Malachi, my angel, my messenger, one who was sent to me, Zadok, Yaruk, Malachi Zadok, York, the one who came as a messenger with the green light, messenger of green light, bringing green light to this place, which he spoke about in the Holy Tablets, explaining it's been hard to do that. It's hard to bring that green light to this realm. You see, they failed a lot of times, according to what they said. Many have tried and attempted to ship this place back before they had to destroy it. Am I making it up, or is that in your Bible? Is that in the Dead Sea Scrolls? Everywhere you look, you see destruction. Because human beings. You see? Sodom and Gomorrah, boom. They talk about that in the Quran. They called that shit a blast. They described it as an atomic bombs description. Right? They had to bomb people to start over. They had to flood people out with whatever that shit was that came down out of the sky. Anybody telling you that was rain? That don't make sense. They said the windows of heaven opened up. You see what I'm saying? The windows of heaven. That wasn't rain. If anything, it might have been the waters on the other side. There wasn't no rain. You see that? So they done destroyed stuff many times. But before they destroy, they always send messengers. Except with Noah. I don't know why Noah was an example. An exemption. Because you thought Noah warned. Go read the story. Noah didn't tell nobody. Next thing you know, you just hear, hey, what you doing over there? Shit, nothing. Noah didn't tell nobody but his family. You see that? So I don't know what was over that. They just maybe because it was too many incarnates. And it would have been hard for them to even find out who could be warned because the genetics were taking over. Because they did say the sons of the fallen, or the gods of Nephilim, were out here making babies. So maybe they couldn't have been able to say none of y'all. Kind of how it is now. Because your genes is too mixed up. And we can't reach you. Either way. It's a beautiful story. What if Malachi, is not just a man? I'm just saying what if. I'm not saying he's nothing beyond a man. I'm just asking a question how the scientists do. What if Malachi isn't just a man? What if he's like a transmitter or something? who has the ability to incarnate certain messengers? What if what you think you know as Malachi is just a body? What if really Malachi was never actually the body? What if it's like a lot of them? Either way, that would mean angels came here to warn you again at different points in time so that you can get about in time if you can. Because you won't be able to get about if you're not able to get about. Some of y'all will reject us. Let me tell you why. Because in your nature, your genes, your natural ray, your natural light, your origin will not allow you to accept or hear us. You'll attack us and all this other stuff, but you'll hear it and then you'll still be here. Some of y'all sitting here with hate in your heart, malice, all of that. You don't even know why you're still listening. A part of your genes somewhere along the line might want you to listen. Genesis chapter 3, verse 15. But not everybody is of the woman's seed. Not everybody come from Isis, the mother. The genealogy of Isis don't apply to everybody. Everybody. You know what I mean? So now that's not no tricknology or manipulation to make you think that you need to listen to everything I say. I'm just saying the reason why a lot of y'all hate the messengers or those who, and I already told y'all who I am. You want to know why? Can't nobody take the words out my mouth. I'm the messenger of Yadnun. Do you see the messenger of Yadnun anywhere? No. Did I speak of anything other than myself? Yes. I spoke of he. He who what? He who is. And everywhere I went, that's what I spoke of. And it wasn't comfortable to everybody. Remember I told you that. The truth ain't comforting to everybody. Oh, but you, my family. Those of you who are my family, yeah, it's comfortable because my voice is familiar. So it's like, you hear it, it's like, why when he talk do I feel like we going somewhere? Because we are. Every time I speak and we go live, the plane is lifting, but not everybody. You see that? Ascend City, but not everybody. Remember I told you in the Blue Kachina book, that some of y'all were going to go down as orators and go back out to help. And you don't even see me doing much of what I was doing with the music. I mean, I can start it up any moment. But now you see there are orators that have come. It's almost like somebody said that already. Like I was going, I said it was going to happen and it happened. And then now y'all orators are going out there spreading the message. If you read the book, though, carefully, I said you wouldn't be spreading that message in the new world. Y'all are out there putting music out to attempt to connect with Babylon. Not the new world. We're building the new world. Now you orators are helping. Anybody who came and walked with Pharaoh Clan Records, all of y'all artists on Pharaoh Clan Records, you have a job to do. You're not artists. You're not rappers and singers. You're the council. And there are 9 of you. And your mission is to finish the work, the magnum opus. That only is a magnum opus when there are many working on it, not one. Malachi gave me that message and said, make sure it's not just you. I was already working on that. But he said, make sure it's not just you. Right? He prophesied that. Now it became that there are more. Tafari Ali, Soul Child Aya, Divine Wind, Sunday, Astia, 1440 Ty, E9, Eternally 9, Farolina. I ain't forgetting nobody there.
Amazing.
Who? Oh, Northside, baby. Meezy. Look at that. The fact that this nigga name is Meezy. I ain't heard nobody say Meezy except the ones who was around Malachi. Meezy is Malachi nickname. You can't tell me this ain't ordained. MZY. Meezy. So when I heard that, his name Meezy. You see? So this is not by accident. It's all written. So what if Malachi isn't no man? What if when the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was saying that only God comes after him? Look, this is why the NOI don't want to acknowledge Malachi, all right? If you get upset with me, I don't even care. You know that. I still love you. I can't do nothing but speak the truth. That's how they program me. So like I try, but I can't lie. Like it's like you can't. I have to put out the truth. I got to say what's going on. And anybody who they're gonna call me on, I'm like, oh okay. You didn't say this part, though. Okay, well, such and such, such. Now I said it. But you lied. No, I just didn't say that part, but now I said it. If I don't say this shit, it ain't nobody motherfucking business. But if you want to say this shit and you think I ain't gonna say it, what you gonna say? No, I didn't. That ain't me. I'm gonna say this shit. Okay. Elijah Muhammad. This is why the NOI don't acknowledge Malachi. Because if they acknowledge Malachi, Imam Isa, all right, which is Imam Isa, Sayyid, Imam Isa Hadi al-Mahdi, okay, that would be in its fullness, all right, Imam Isa, Sayyid, Imam Isa Hadi al-Mahdi, or Imam Isa, all right. If they acknowledge him, then what is Farrakhan doing? It don't make sense. If you acknowledge Malachi as who he is, you're like, what is Farrakhan doing? Then y'all gonna have to admit, Farrakhan did not take the nation anywhere. It's just what it is. Y'all have the same doctrine. It has not evolved. Y'all have been the same since Waters Dean. Firstly, if you listen to what Elijah Muhammad was explaining, alayhi salam, he said, God himself comes after me. Stay with me. Waters Muhammad was God himself in the person? Or law in the person? Waters Muhammad? No. Farrakhan? So why were they here? Why are they doing it? Like, why is Farrakhan leading the NOI? Where's Farad? Listen to what I'm saying. Farad Muhammad was supposed to return, or Allah himself, because they said Farad was Allah himself. That's a whole other thing. I don't want to go into it. Allah in the person, come on, NOI. Was supposed to be Farad. Come on now. Elijah Muhammad was explaining, what was it, point 12. Y'all go research point 12 in the Nation of Islam doctrine. Don't play with me. So you can look at it for yourself. He said, only God comes after him. Okay. Now, he didn't just say that, though. They don't want to tell you the whole thing. He said there will be a man coming after him that will be draped in all white. He will have pamphlets raining out the sky, like books flying out the sky. So many books, so many books. He said this. He said he would possess the knowledge of Lam. And Lam is like Lamed, okay? It's like the Arabic equivocal, Lamed. It's like English equivocal of L. So Lam is the Arabic L, to be precise. The 23rd letter of the Arabic language, all right? Or Arabic alphabet. I think it's 28 in all. Minus all the extras, because they got extras on that. They got extras on the 22 in the Ivrit language, too. It's 27 with the final forms. We'll go over all that another time. So the point is, he said they would possess the knowledge of Lam. And Malachi possesses the knowledge of Lam. He came through with literally the book of Lam. He's the one who came through with the shepherd's tool, which is the Lam symbol when you look at it upside down. Right? He advanced the doctrine and he brought in New Arabic. So New Arabic is like Mizratia, or Zabeg, as they call it now. New Arabic, which is really going backwards to go forward. He introduced that. The language of the stars, all of that. The Sabaeans were originally the ones who walked with Ahmed or Muhammad. And then they departed, which is another thing. Right? But either way, that's Islam still, to a different degree. So if NOI would have been able to move, they would have been right where they need to be right now. If the NOI, all right, real quick, I'm going to ask y'all this question. I want y'all to like really be honest with me. Do y'all see any NOI teachers as like dynamic teachers right now? Teachers, I'm not talking about financial literacy. So y'all like, oh. No disrespect to them because they living their life. I'm saying, do you look out and see like a dynamic NOI teacher? Look at what I'm telling you. I mean the ones who can even break down the doctrine of the NOI. Like, I mean, they sitting there, bubble. 19 keys, a branch off of the NOI and NOGE, Nation of Gods and Earths. He can't even do it. And he said he higher level. He did the same thing 21 Savage did. Say, don't say a name. And you blocked me. Said I was negative. Same thing they did to Pops. They didn't want him on none of the shows, none of that. They called him a djinn. Because we speak the truth and they can't do anything about it. Because what you going to do when I ask you these questions and you're supposed to know this. So, who do y'all see? No, RZA is not a teacher. RZA is like a social activist. And I'm not putting him down. Please understand the difference. Rizza Islam is a social activist. Okay? And he belongs to the NOI. So he speaks for the people, but in all actuality, his loyalty is to the NOI. He's a Muslim social activist. An American Muslim social activist. Because that Islam is different than what Islam is. An American Islamic social activist. Simple. It don't even have to get no deeper. And he speaks on social issues. And then that's it. Okay? You might learn about some economic shit. But in all actuality, even when he wrote Millennials, the book The Millennials, a lot of that stuff came from Malachi's books. I'm serious. I read the book, Letter to Millennials, something like that. Or Message to Millennials. It like he copied his books. Even down to the Tell Our Vision. I'm like, did he read the Millennium book? And just like, be like, I want to do it too. But you can't say that because then when I ask him about it, he going to be like, what do you mean, Dr. York? You got to act green because it's like, nigga, the book that they know you for, that's not your stuff. That's not your material. That's right out of Malachi's stuff. And I can point it out and show y'all. I'm looking at this, I'm like, that's his, that's his, that's his. The style of writing is his. But nobody know who he is. So, the reason why they can't tell you, stay with me, who Malachi is and go big for him, you say you didn't know Rizza Islam was NOI. Okay. The reason why they can't go big for him is because it won't make sense what Ward Dean was doing. Ward Dean Muhammad. Won't make sense what he was doing. Won't make sense what Farrakhan has been doing. But I think I know what Farrakhan did because it's in his name. The word Farrakhan means to divide. See, when you start saying stuff like this, ain't nothing they can do. Farrakhan is the word for division. Dividing. So Farrakhan is like one who divides. Farakun. Right? So I'm like, did he divide the sheep? Because we needed the NOI over where. Because niggas is Sabians now, Nuwapians now, they ain't doing nothing. They just know stuff. Most of that stuff they don't even know. That's just the truth. They don't even know that stuff. And then the 99% of them are disagreeables. I'm like, something not right. Maybe the NOI was supposed to be the Nuwabians. Because what I mean, we had the Ansars. Ansarullah. There was nobody who was more disciplined than Ansarullah. There was nobody who was more knowledgeable than Ansarullah. You couldn't do nothing with them. You see, those brothers were the deep brothers that we be trying to sound like. You know what I mean? Now with Nuwapu, you can evolve into it. It will never be like how the Ansars was. I can't even finish that sentence. It'll never be like how the Ansars stood out there for hours. Tablikin. For hours on beginning, not even end. Right? And they talk to one person for hours. Then you think that when that person get up and leave, that the Ansar going to get up and leave. No, the Ansar going to talk to the next person for a few more hours. The next person going to talk some more hours. Like, there will never be Ansars again. That's a whole different zeitgeist. Point being, since the Ansarullah community, we have not had the discipline that these people have had, and we won't admit it. The Sabians don't want to work. They don't want to get up. They don't want to activate. Y'all had to wait for phase 1. I'm talking about all of y'all damn near had to wait for phase 1 to even find out who Malachi is. That's a lot of time that was lost. And now we get out here, they have the nerve not to support what we're doing. They have the nerve to talk bad. They try to turn people away from us. And we're doing what we're supposed to do. And what I was told to do, literally. You see? So we needed the NOI's discipline and the ability to walk and work and da-da-da-da-da-da. We needed that. We don't have that. I talked to the elders. They can't tell me nothing. The elder Ansar is saying the same thing I'm saying. That our generation of Nuwapi and Sabians is lazy. Because we didn't have to do nothing. It was handed to us. So we was on YouTube trying to sound deep like Prince York. We were trying to sound deep on YouTube. But the truth is, we didn't put in the work. The work was put in before us. So when we really miss out when we don't acknowledge the Ansars, and we don't have the ability to connect with the NOI how Malachi had the ability to, because NOI was leaving NOI to come over to be Ansar. You ain't finna make no NOI go nowhere with the shit these people out here talking. NOI talk to these niggas now, they gonna go closer to Islam. These niggas out here now, what? They gonna move closer to Islam. They don't have no foundation. So they can't tell people who Malachi is because it won't make sense what they're doing. What if Malachi is the guy that Honorable Elijah Muhammad was speaking about? What if Malachi is God himself? You gonna tell me God is limited? I hope you ain't gonna tell me that. You can't tell me he isn't God because you said Jesus was God. Now, I'm not saying Malachi is Jesus. I'm just saying, what if Malachi is of the Elohim? What if that's why he was able to yield a phase one? You see, the community that Malachi built is the reason why I exist, literally, down to my birth and conception. And my parents were walked into right knowledge before I was birthed. And so now that's in my what? In my genes. Literally, the things they were doing, the foods they were eating and deciding not to eat and the way they were living, all of that is in my genes. You have to study heredity, study characteristics and traits. It's not a game. So whoever my parents immediately were, that's who I am. Oh, and my mother was on Tamaray. My father was on Tamaray. My father walked with the master. My mother was in the class and she walked with the master. Okay, so then it will make sense. When you see how genuine and serious they were and are about the master, it makes sense why I am this way, because it's in my programming. Are you with me so far? So all these people walking around with arm tweets on, all these people dressing up in the black and, you know what I mean, standing there. They like, why people don't see me how they see FaZe. And FaZe out there with a t-shirt on his head. He got 2 t-shirts. T-shirt on his body, t-shirt on his head, same black pants, same black shoes. He ain't did nothing. Still the same fit. He ain't went no, but everybody feel him. Why? Oh, because Nuwapu can't be fake. That's why. I could sit here, I go put on a suit. You saw me put on the suit. They wanted to crucify me. Said I was trying to be Malachi. I wasn't even trying to be Malachi. I like this suit. People were around to witness this, you know. I was supposed to get a red suit. I was like, you know what? I like this blue one. And I got the blue one. That's how deep it gets. That's as deep as it goes. And like he trying to be, you got to check in this time. Check in for what? The people that I did the shit with, the venue, they're Nuwapians. What the fuck I need to check in with y'all for? Who are y'all? You know what I'm saying? They're Nuwapian elders. Malachi's son came down to attend. Who are you again, by the way? You know what I mean? So they say, oh, we got some people who ain't really with us. I'm not with y'all. You're right. Because y'all be on some bullshit. I'm with whoever the Nuwapians and Sabians are who care about this shit. Those who care, I'm with y'all. Don't think when I speak out and say Sabian, I'm talking about everybody. Don't think when I say Nuwapian, I'm talking about it. And what's so crazy is I don't have to say that because I know the ones who I'm not talking about don't feel like I'm talking about them. It's that easy. Anybody who feel hit when I'm speaking on the Nuwapu or Sabians, Munwapu, Muspatu, whoever, if you feel hit, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. And you know, I don't in person is the same or elevated. I don't think I get around people and get shy. I walk into the building like I rent them. Yeah, so this here, that's got a, what's going on with this? Who got this? Why the green light ain't on? Well, we need to have it on? Niggas looking at me like, who the fuck is this nigga? Yeah, you should have it on. It's right here by this picture. Why is it not on? Oh, who put this red thing right here? Oh, that's just a fragrance thing. Oh, yeah, we're going to move this. Let's move this over there. I mean, I walk in, I decided whether or not I'm sitting down. Yeah. The sisters walk in with me. Y'all want a seat? They already know. Don't even say nothing. Don't even say nothing. Because who are you? You don't offer us no seat. We're not here to fraternize. We're here on business. We're here to see. We're here to observe. We're here to learn. We're here to watch. Everybody here to play games. So that, I mean, it's really like that. They don't observe. Okay, the elders get it. Like the elders don't have no problem. A lot of these new people, they just new. But the elders understand. When the sisters are able to stand still, they have to look at the man too and be like, who is he? Because women don't stand still. You get me? Women be all over the place. La, da, da, da. And that's no disrespect to the sisters. But when you got sisters, because sisters can. When you got a sister who can stand, she ain't in everybody's face. They ain't in everybody's face. You come talk to them, they look at the man. And the man has to come and say, oh, yeah, you good. You can speak to them. Y'all can speak to him. This is such and such. That, you see, that is a different thing. That's saying that the level of respect for the work that's being done. That don't make this nigga no God or nothing. It just means that the level of respect for the work that's being done is felt. These women understand what it means for them, not just for the man. So when they coming in, if one of royalty don't offer them no seat, they're not sitting. It's a reason for that, because they're doing work. So when they come in, y'all want to sit down? They're not even going to say nothing unless they say we're good. They're going to thank you. It's going to be respectful. They don't no disrespectful. Ain't no amberlight. And this happened before. I'm telling you, really happened. They had one of the brunches. One of the sisters came and said, y'all good? Y'all want to see? Y'all can sit down here in these chairs. And they just stood there. And we all stood there. The brothers and the sisters, like 5 of us. And we all stood. And then when the business was handled, we go ahead and head out. No disrespect, no hate, no nothing like that. It's just, you need to know that this exists. The reason why Malachi didn't want, or the master didn't want the women at the drum ceremony is because that's what men be like there for. Yeah, like y'all there to beat the heart, for the heart of the land, you know what I mean? Let's keep the heartbeat going. No, he know. So you're like, okay, I said no parties and all this other stuff. They still doing it, by the way. They still doing it. They doing it in the name of holidays. All that trunk and treat, all this stuff. Like, what are y'all doing? And then y'all have to wait and ask for somebody to tell you what's going on with the master, as opposed to like getting it, like figuring out like, where the activity at? So they want to play. He understands that already. So he shut that down. Point being, when you got women who can stand still, it's a beautiful thing. Same reason when you got men who can stand still. It's a beautiful thing. Can you be peaceful and can you be still? Because ain't always time to la-da-da-da-da all around the globe. You see that? Sometimes it's time to stand still. And I observed that. So they observed that. And they see it. And they saw when the people, everybody that wasn't like, disagreeables, they had great things to say, including the attendees. It was them people that was in the back talking. That's why my people say, yo, you need to get away from them. Stop going into their chat. Stop doing that. Because they just disagreeables. I asked one of the elder sisters, I said, what you think about me involving them in this, that, and the third? I'm working on this with the brothers. They're like, don't do that. And I'm like, wow. She's like, yeah, don't do that. She said, these are what she called nigger-wabians. She said, these nigger-wabians are going to come and try to throw salt on what you're doing. She said, they don't want to do nothing. You're doing. That's how she was saying it. She said, you're doing. You need to keep doing. I'm like, I got you. I took her advice, you see, because she elder, she's been around, and I've experienced it. So sometimes you want to reach out and get everybody involved, but the point is, it's not always everybody that we talking to. You get me? So the point of all of this is just to explain that some of y'all are being reached out to, right? Malachi came here as that person that Honorable Elijah Muhammad was speaking about. He did what he said he was coming here to do. He's not done. I'm just telling you, up to this point, he did what he said he was going to do. Because if he didn't do what he said he was going to do, then I don't exist, right? All right, so look at it. I'm the student who was 3 years old when he was locked up. I'm going to always say that I don't give a fuck. I'm the student who was 3 years old when he was locked up. He got locked up when I was 3. He disappeared. All right, they can't do nothing with me. They can't do anything with me. And I'm just the student. You see, he touched my entire generation right on our soul and said, wake up. And when we got up, we knew what we were here to do. And let me tell you, it never stops because I still hear the voice telling me what to do. I don't be like the images y'all saw from the event. That wasn't just me. I didn't put that together by myself. That stuff, it just landed in line. Even Operation Resurrection. I know some of y'all, listen, Operation Resurrection, all I can tell you is going to be different. The way things are happening with that, this is just a different thing. So y'all got to be ready. Y'all got to come with y'all head on tight. You got a few more days. You don't need to be on no pornography, no none of that, no heavy eating. I mean, if you eating your food, you eat your food. I mean, like, you don't need to be pigging out. You need to be exercising. You need to be meditating. Or you ain't even going to know what's happening. All right, you can think I'm just saying stuff and then you just do whatever. And then you going to have your experience that you ain't going to understand. You see, the point is, even when we did that event, man, it just landed. And I told y'all what I saw when I looked at the images. So you just see the aura, right? You see the brother 1440 Ty. You see him right there, right? You see the people in the back. Okay, of course, the rest of you don't see the rest of the building. But it was in place. Even the colors. Everything just lined up as if somebody just put their paintbrush on it and said swipe. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just telling you, my protection is my inability to forget. I am not an Enoshite. I am not insane. I'm not insane or haven't forgotten or lost my mind. Insane. I'm not man. All right? I would keep going on that, but I'm going to leave it at that. What I will say, that's what keeps me protected. And I just keep remembering. Every day I remember. Every day I wake up, oh, Zakur. Remember. You have to keep remembering. And keep remembering. And keep remembering. And don't ever forget. Ever. Don't ever choose to forget. You get the red pill, or the green pill as I call it, and you wake up and the reason for you go back to sleep. You can't. You talk about the steak is real, but you know it's not real. So that's what keeps me protected, and that's what keeps you all protected. There are some who they're dealing with a lot internally because of the decisions that they made, and they're not going to say it. You want to know one of the reasons why they're not going to say it? Because they moved too quick and they cut themselves off, and now they have nobody to say it to. Because where will you compare the things that you experienced, the degrees you were able to access, the miracles you witnessed, all of that? Where will you be able to compare it and say, I can talk to this person over here about what I'm dealing with, when you have people in position to be able to say, that's that, this is that, this is this. Okay, here, go here, make that decision. Why, whoop the whoop. And they understand what you're going through, because the things that people will call you crazy for, they don't experience that in a million times over. So some people are going through dread right now. Anticipation. You got some people waiting to see whether or not something going to happen to me. They don't know that that's a living hell. You see what I'm saying? It don't matter what they do to me, you will never be able to cure the disagreeableness inside yourself in the way in which you chose to live. You'll never be able to cure it by when you attack one of the ones that don't stop what's moving and it don't do anything for you. If anything, it makes it worse. When are they going to learn? When will they ever learn? What fools these mortals be? When will you ever learn? It won't do anything for you. What happened with Judas? Judas went and was like, I don't want this money no more. Went to go hang himself, committed suicide. He didn't feel like justice was served because he knew he put an innocent man, quote unquote, to death, quote unquote, because they say he died, but the Quran was like, that didn't happen. But in that story, they say they put an innocent man to death. So he wanted to get the money back. He wanted to take it back, and he went and killed himself because they wouldn't receive it. Like, nigga, that blood money ain't no good. So when we all learn that when you do something to one of the ones, is all you doing is, for one, you just doing your job, but you can't harm we, because we ain't even here. you all this, you did all that. It's like that is all of that, and there's a lot of people that did that recently, and they turned, and it's like you cut yourself off. And why would you do that? I don't know, because I would never cut myself off. Why would you become an Enoshite? I don't know, because I will never become an Enoshite, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? I done had dreams and experiences. Recently, one experience where it seemed like I was being tested to see if I was going to get upset with the master. And I was like, I'm not upset with you. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll it's like they'll run little tests. But it's like, one thing about it, when you get into them different realms, you got the decision, you make certain choices. You good. You know what I mean? Yeah, you get in there, you make certain choices. I don't have no reason to be upset with the master for anything, because I know this is all an illusion. I don't got no reason to be upset with him. But I see certain people where they've taken certain things personal and and they get upset with him. Some people don't even know him. They heard him say something that don't agree with the lifestyle they live in, if you understand. And now they mad at him and they find that offensive. It's like, come on now. When were y'all feelings, like, when will you decide to not allow your feelings to override the necessity of this mission? Because we've been at y'all for a while. When will y'all stop letting y'all feelings, you hear me? They can't let their feelings stop, Pops. When y'all going to put y'all feelings to the side to get the work done? That's all we want to know. How you feel. And now it's like, blow it all. Because you feel like that? And the work still need to get done? You know what I mean? What did y'all what did Judas, what Jesus do to Judas? Look at the story. Jesus wasn't even doing nothing to Judas. Jesus was minding his business, or about his father's business. And Judas didn't like some shit. And now he was like, he must die. You see? And didn't really want him to die. Because I know I could talk directly to the soul of whoever at any given time. I have the ability to. I'll open the window right now and I'll talk directly to a soul right now and say, you know you're wrong. You know you're wrong. Yet, my liberty, and I didn't want the job, so I'm grateful for it. I'm not the judge. So that's all I'm going to say. I ain't the judge, but you know you're wrong. These people that like, they know you know you're wrong right now. You see? And you know what you did. And it's people that's walking around convincing themselves that they the victims of things that they've done. So that's the key. Remember, all of y'all, especially those of y'all who come into the show, not everything is what it seems. Remember, I told you, nothing is what it seems. It's always what it is. Don't believe anything.